Nice. I think someone just disconnected.
Oh.
Who was it? Because I
It
have
was Emma, right?
dumb brain. Oh, it was Emma. All right. Oh, it was Emma. All right.
I can do my favorite game. I guess my favorite classic game would be Chrono Trigger.
Nice.
I absolutely love the Akira Toriyama art style. I love the music. I love the gameplay. It's just one of my favorite RPGs to go back and play through.
That is outstanding.
My favorite game's probably Monster Hunter. I don't know which one. Don't make me...
Yeah, this is a real relaxed stream. You don't gotta pick one specifically. By the way, Nat, you're getting a little bit of feedback sound there.
It's weird because I'm wearing headphones.
I think it's like rubbing up against someone's or something. So just check in on that, but no big deal.
Oh, I'm unwrapping speakers right now.
Yep, that's what it is.
Yes.
All right, no biggie. I just want to make sure you were.
Yeah, they all come in like fabric packaging. They're really nice speakers. I got them, and I'm really happy about them. While I'm on the chat, I want to advertise.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, what kind of mayonnaise is this?
QB mayonnaise. Shit's good as hell.
When you have it, it's like, why did I ever eat not this mayonnaise? And why do I have to eat mayonnaise that's not this ever again? It's so good.
I just realized everyone on is trans right now.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we did it. Taking over.
Trans represent. Fuck
yes.
Yeah.
Trans rights.
Trans rights.
Trans rights.
Everybody in the chat say trans rights.
Trans rights.
Trans
Can
gang.
I also get a Mayo gang out there?
Mayo gang.
Mayo gang, rise up.
Can we get Mayo gang as well? Everyone's trans rights. Look at that. Look at that go off.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's real nice.
Ooh, while I'm here, I want to advertise. Since everybody's asleep and there's nothing else to do, I want to advertise my friend's Twitch, Goth Brew. She's really nice, and she's a trans Twitch streamer, which I don't feel like we have enough of. Even though that like I don't know, they exist. They're not fucking represented hard enough, and I wanna help be more notorious. What's the word?
Notorious?
Notorious.
No.
I'm so tired.
Notorious.
Notorious. The notorious. The notorious. BIG.
No.
Yeah.
Like The Stand?
What?
I'm sorry, I made a JoJo reference. Ignore me.
Oh, it's okay.
Mayo gang is trans culture. I love that.
Somebody actually just mentioned Andro, who's also a member of our team.
Yeah, Andrew's really cool.
Yep.
Speaking of JoJo references, hey, everybody in the call and in the chat, what's your favorite anime?
Oh.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Cowboy Bebop.
Flip flap.
I'm gonna be the asshole who says Ava.
That's valid.
Ava's
I
valid.
haven't seen that yet.
I'm gonna go with Vampire Hunter D.
And to round it out, I'm gonna go with Sailor Moon.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, I love Sailor Moon. I actually picked up recently a little backpack that has like Sailor Moon on it. It was like stupid expensive, but it was so cute.
Oh, that's awesome. I actually I was like going through stuff and like to get rid of stuff, and I found this collection of cards, like a Sailor Moon collectible card game from like 99 2000 that I had inexplicably collected a bunch of. I'm mailing them out to someone, but it was a fun little find.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, excuse me.
So here's a Carter question. What's your favorite video game that's come out in the past, like, let's say, 5 years?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Really?
Really? It was that good. And, well, I mean, 5 years. I played games in the last 5 years.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good ones.
But I know that one just clicked for me.
Yeah, mine would be Near Automata, pretty much across the board.
That's a good one.
It's
Yeah, I think
Anybody
I might,
else?
I think I might agree with Nier, actually. That's
Yeah.
a really good choice.
It's
I didn't
hard
get a
that-
chance to play
if,
Nier.
if not Nier, Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Witcher
Like, the
3 is
first- the
also
first,
way
like,
up there for
2/3.
me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Fortnite is probably the best game in the last 5 years.
Hell yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of good taste in the chat too. A lot of people
Yeah.
saying like we got Doom, we got we got
Horizon Zero Dawn.
got Bloodborne, Persona 5. Yeah,
Oh,
hell yeah.
Psychonauts.
Someone said Psychonauts, which
Hey, wait a second.
It's probably not the last
Um,
5 years, but God, that game is so good.
That
so
attack.
good it transcends time.
Yeah.
Can I break rank and say Shovel Knight?
Oh, hell
No,
yeah.
I
Shovel
love
Knight's cool
Shovel
as
Knight.
hell.
Yeah.
And they have done some of the best DLC that I've ever seen.
Yes, I played through all of them. I love that game so much. Oh my god.
Yo, somebody said Heaven's Word, the Final Fantasy 14 expansion. I totally agree with that. I just got back into Final Fantasy 14. Yo,
Yo.
that game's good.
Super cool. Yeah, I never got a chance to play Nier, but I think I should give it a try because it sounds like people really enjoy it.
It's one hell of a fucking game.
Oh, for sure. Hello, who just popped in today?
Who is this?
Oh, looks like this person will be lurking. Problem.
You know what? We respect lurkers around here.
Lurkers run streams.
Holy shit, Todd in the Shadows.
I let
Oh,
him know,
shit.
yeah.
I actually know him. Wow.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, Todd,
Yeah.
you're free to get onto voice here and introduce yourself. We're glad to have you on the show, as that is what it is now.
I just started watching some of their videos.
Hey,
Yeah, he's pretty good. Has the occasional bad take on music, but you know what? I forgive him.
yeah, because we're all about support on the Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
About love and support. Righty.
Todd?
Todd's definitely in here, we promise.
Yes.
Just let us know if you have anything going on with your headset or something, buddy.
What if it was Todd Howard? What if he jumped in here?
Why don't we at Todd Howard? Ask him to come into the chat.
You know what? I'm gonna do that right
Ask them to
now.
make a good video game.
Ask him. No,
Hey.
then he won't show up if we ask him to make a game.
Oh.
At Todd Howard, yeah. Todd Howard, yeah. Well, let's get Todd Howard to say trans right. I'm still pretty floored that we managed to get Chelsea Manning. That
was so
was
surreal when that happened.
I was
wish
not
that I
around
was
for
in
that.
the fucking chat.
Same, like, God.
It was inspirational and amazing.
God, I love Chelsea Manning. I'm such a fan.
She mentioned that she's been writing a book and she keeps getting distracted by Xbox, and that just spoke to me so much.
By the way, you guys aren't getting a feedback from my mic, correct?
Nope.
Do I need to fix it? Okay, cool. Because I see my little green light going off. I just want to make sure.
I was a little bit.
Ah, okay. So that's what I need to fix. Anyways,
Okay.
it sounds like Todd in the Shadows will be showing up to the voice section of the chat in about 15 minutes or so. So fans, please stay tuned for that. What were you about to say? Someone was about to
I don't
say
know. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Totally valid. Totally valid. Alrighty. So let's think about. Does anyone have any personal anecdotes? Anything they want to talk about? Think about? Anybody in the chat have any questions for your wonderful hosts?
Somebody said
talk
talk
about-
about Steven Universe.
I was just gonna like,
But-
yes, please.
I
I've
really
never
like
watched
Steven
it.
Universe, but I'm nowhere near like where they are like right now. So I'm way behind. But everything I've seen is super cute, and
I love Steven Universe. I'm just like frustrated that it takes so long to like figure out what's happening, and like the Steven bombs like in the episodes like.
Yeah, that's why I stopped watching. I couldn't keep up with like the weird schedule. It ended up just making me quit.
Totally, it's like I'll just like take a couple hours every like 4 or 5 months and just binge all the content that's happened in the last several months. So,
I think someone said there's an echo.
Yeah, if someone's saying echo, then we gotta fix echo. That sounds like we should be fine now, though. Anyways.
get
Wanna ask
Rebecca on the stream.
Bomber.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, someone's asking where H-Bomber is. Just as a reminder, he is taking a nap right now. Well-deserved rest.
A very well-deserved rest.
He's
Very
dreaming
well.
about little rainbow bananas.
I forgot to take my contact lenses out. I'm just a sec.
Yep, he was back for just a moment.
He's dreaming about saving trans kids' lives and has done an amazing job today.
Oh, hello.
What the fuck? Oh.
Everybody type in the chat. Go to bed. Go to bed, H-Bomb. H-Bomb, go to bed.
Yeah, let's get this going.
Let's get him in bed. Oh,
No.
Oh, my eyes can breathe.
Is that cake? What is he eating cake? What is he doing? Is he just taking off his contacts?
Nice.
yeah, well, keep in mind the chat, the stream's on delay. So, he was. Alright. Breathing eyes gang. Go to bed. Go to bed, squad, yeah.
Why is he back?
Harris.
Harris, you need to go to fucking sleep.
I just realized the main reason I wanted into the stream was to tell him that I like Dark Souls 2. I haven't done that yet.
Wait, Dark Souls 2 sucks.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. Dark Souls 2 is good. I'm not afraid to say that.
Look. You can be not afraid to say that and also still be wrong.
Oh, he's fixed up the chat for us. Everybody say thank you, Bomb, for fixing up.
Thanks, Harry.
Everyone in the chat say Dark Souls 2 is good.
Everybody in the chat.
Everyone in the chat tell the truth and say that all of the other games, including Demon Souls and Kingsfield, are better than Dark Souls 2.
Wow. That is a take.
Everybody post in the chat what your opinion on Dark Souls 2 is. Some of you like it, some of you don't like it so much. It's whatever.
The only good video game is Sly Cooper 2.
The only good video game is that video game the Estonian government released to teach you how to be an Estonian citizen, and that's the only game actually.
The only good game is that Doom clone that came with rocks and checks. And like the you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're
Chex
talking about.
Quest, the Doom clone, hell yeah.
Yes, that is the only game.
That's the only good video game.
Harris is doing some arts and crafts on stream.
So, Harry, we love you.
Is this arts and crafts or like
Everyone tell Harris that you love him.
the scrawlings of a mad
I mean, it's both.
This is like
sleep
this is like
deprived?
watching. It feels like he's sleepwalking.
Is that legible? Can
Honestly,
you hear
yeah.
that? Can you see that? Is that right?
Yeah, no, it
we
looks
can-
perfect.
It says I heart you. It's cute.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
We heart you too.
That's outstanding.
Favorites, 16-bit retro?
I was a big fan of Tetris. Play a lot of games. Someone else can take that question. There you go.
Big fan.
That's gotta be like probably like my favorite game of all time. Like I love the story. Obviously, like love the system. I like lost myself in that game. When I was like 15, like super formative time. Right around the time that I started watching Evangelion. It's like two pieces of media that were just like, super formative for me at like that right time in my life.
I got
Both
to
those
90.
games made me trans.
Sorry.
What?
I got to 98.6% in Final Fantasy VI and went and rebeat it because I didn't get Mog's Water Dance or teach
Oh.
Realm how to get Meteo.
Oh god, the fucking water dance. You have to like go through the
Yeah.
right, and you have to like
Yep.
oh gosh.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, how about this? What's everyone's?
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say mine's probably gonna be Super Metroid. That game was the first like 16 or I don't know how many pixel art game that like really like honed in on like the terror of it.
That's a good pick. My favorite, like, I guess you'd call it classic game, like from NES era, is probably actually Duck Hunt, because that's the first game I ever remember playing when I was like 4.
Is it bad that the first game I remember playing is Mortal Kombat?
That is, you know what? That might explain a little bit.
So has everybody answered? Still working on our way through.
Oh, hey, Valentino, what's the first game you remember playing?
Ooh, the first game I remember playing. Oh, that's actually I can tell you. Does anybody remember the putt-putt games? They were like point-and-click adventures.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right? You'd play...
Putt-Putt Goes to the Moon? Holy shit.
It was not Putt-Putt... I have played Putt-Putt Goes... Not. It was the one with the race at the end. Hold on. Was it... Which Putt-Putt game... hey, chat, if you guys ever played Putt-Putt as a kid, which one ends with him, like, he, like, has to get all ready for the race, and he goes, like, building to building, and he, like, gets tires, and he gets, like, gas, and he gets all this stuff.
Oh, fuck. Neither gamer did a
Putt-Putt Joins the Parade, that's it,
Putt
yes.
Joins the Parade.
That
Oh
was the
my God.
first game I ever played, and H-Bomb needs an invite.
Years ago,
Oh,
word
the first
reached
game
us
that I
of a
ever
strange
played, as far
pestilence
as
that
I
had laid siege to a
was,
few remote villages far east.
actually the Back
But
to
the
the Future
rumors
game
failed to
I sent.
prepare us for the horror that was the plague.
That's not a joke. Like, that's actually like.
I don't think I've ever seen footage of that.
Worms and
It's,
maggots
like,
fed upon his
supposedly
festering
awful.
skin. The
I
scent of tainted blood seeped through the wounds upon which
Instead
they
of calling
feasted.
it Back to the Future, I would call it
Pity.
Yikes.
Such a waste.
Wait a second.
Good blood gone bad.
You know what game,
Cool.
like, it wasn't the first game I ever played, the first game I got, like, really into, and I'm gonna move this
my
question out
home.
to you after I
The
say it,
finest
but
city
first
in
game
all
you
of
ever got really
Nosgoth,
into
rich in
was
vanity and
SimCity
conceit.
4.
I had
Oh,
no
for me, it
delusions
was-
as to the welcome I would
go ahead.
receive.
It was Ocarina of Time, easily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
That's
was
awesome.
like when I was like 6 or 7. That came out. I got an N64. We got that like maybe a month or so after it came out.
Yeah.
The game that is, and that is by far my most played game of like my formative childhood is Ocarina of Time.
See, I picked up SimCity 4 off of those like Elastic fairs, right? So I picked up a copy for it and brought it home, and I was like so obsessed with it, I'd like sneak out onto the computer like late at night
Even
to
the
play it.
gentle snowfall
And
is
I got
lethal
caught. My
to a
mom took it away,
vampire's
and then just
well-being.
like straight up lost the game
Death
disc.
and
and
disease
then
stalked these streets.
I
Bodies
By the
lay
way,
most
we're
in the
really
very
showing the
spot in which
difference.
fate
We're
had
really
taken
showing the
them.
difference in our ages here because you said
So-
like what SimCity 4, and I said Ocarina of Time.
My first game was
Ocarina of Time at 6 or 7, I was like, oh god,
the first game I remember playing was Combat Tribune Television.
Yeah.
And the game that really like made me wake up when I was younger was King's Quest 6 on Sierra Games for the PC.
wow, King's Quest, that's a throwback.
Iron
The first game I
Sword.
remember being like really into would probably be Shadow of the Colossus.
Somebody said it was 2600. There was also a Combat.
He was eating tortillas.
Yeah, no, he had like a wrap. Comes back to the store with a wrap. He has tortillas he still has to go through, and then some soy, I believe.
Right. That's the food update.
That's
just
the food.
Just taking a nap. And then in voice chat, we've just got a few of us I'm Mel, and then there's others. I'll say hi.
Yeah, and we've been doing kind of the rotation of, who's who in the chat, and we tend to do that whenever somebody leaves or joins, just to make sure everyone's aware of what's happening. But yeah, wow, someone in the chat just mentioned we've now had about 55 guests.
Holy shit, that's so many.
Ranging from,
Jesus.
major, national figures like Chelsea Manning to the humble Twitter user,
to me,
Valentina
basically.
Leftist Thought 420.
Yeah.
So we've really all walks of life. All walks of life.
I'm trying to see without my lens open. It's going quite painful.
I got you.
Good luck.
How many tweets has Graham Linehan made? That's our new goal. $1 every tweet.
Yeah, I got you.
Every single tweet.
He's been tweeting so much since he woke up.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me pull replies too. You need one.
Oh yeah, I just want to say fuck Graham Linehan.
Yeah, same, fuck him.
I just figured I needed to say that once on stream.
17 tweets since he woke up about 2 hours ago, but
What's
he
his
seems to
total?
be
What are his total? What's his total tweets right now?
168,000. Oh, 168,998 tweets. I'm sorry, 167. 167,998. I'm sorry, Twitter rounded it up on the. His last tweet was him trying to bully Chelsea Manning.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Not gonna work.
Wow.
You can't bully Chelsea Manning.
Because she tweeted out fuck Graham Linehan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Is it Linehan or
RT.
Lineham? I don't even know anymore.
It's Linehan, H-A-N. Let me pull.
Linehan, okay.
Yeah, L-I-N-E-H-A-N. Linehan. Anyways, as we did see requesting in the chat, I do believe you are updating the donation goal. Is that
Yes,
correct?
we are. We're 91% of the way to $1 for every tweet Graham Linehan has ever done.
Perfect. Everybody in the chat, get ready.
New goal.
A big
There we
thanks to
go.
Graham for
And I'm out. I love you all. I'm back soon.
Alrighty.
And I
Good night,
think,
Harris.
based on the fact
Harry.
we've gone 38 hours and this is my second sleep, we should probably finish the game and then do a 101% with guests on, like do another run another time, because I'm dying. Anyway, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good sleep. Alrighty, so back onto the skeleton crew. Your prayers have been answered. We have updated the chat amount,
Spiked
for
mace.
the donation goal. Now have to put down $1 for every tweet Graham Linehan has ever made, which I'm sure we
It
can
would
do
be-
without a problem.
It would be so rad if Harry could wake up and have. So, in the chat, if you haven't given now, like, you guys gotta give him a wake from
Yeah.
to come up with
Pull friends, pull family, tell them you're donating to trans rights and
Special thanks
the
to
decline
Laura
of...
Shortridge or Discordian Kitty on Twitter for the idea to do the Graham Linehan tweets, by the way. Just want to make sure they get credit. Thanks. Bye.
Alright, bye-bye.
Good night, Harris.
Sleep well.
Oh, also, yeah, so Emma, if you were listening earlier, was one of our guests. Her power went out, and that's unfortunately why she disconnected.
Aw.
There are a lot of winter storms in the United States, so that is why.
Yes, so I do want to, as per her wishes, let everybody know to give one last shout out to @MagicBayGirl on Twitter. Give her some support during these terrible winter storms that they have in the U.S. Meanwhile, I am sitting pretty in Arizona, where we don't get snow except in Flagstaff. I am not.
Yeah, and by the way, if I suddenly disconnect, it's because my power went out. Yeah,
Be safe.
I will try. I will try.
You are very valid and very valued. Stay safe.
And I hope Emma's listening that she's staying safe too.
Yes.
We'll throw that. We'll send that in the chat for her.
Everyone out there, stay warm. People in the chat, everyone say stay warm.
Warm gang.
Warm gang, rise up.
Warm gang, warm game in chat, thank you.
Alright, so more people are asking who's in voice chat, so we need to go around again.
Oh, that's right, we're gonna do one more round. So yeah, we'll make it real quick. You just do your name, your Twitter handle, and then, or, you know, if you use something other than Twitter, Twitch, or
Yeah.
you know, YouTube, etc. So we'll start out with me, who's become the impromptu host, Valentina, at leftist.420, on Twitter user. On
Yo.
Mr. Bree.
Yo, I'm Bree. You can find me at narco_vampire on Twitter. Next.
Hey, I'm Lexi. You can find me at Cyberwitch Lexi on everything.
Perfect.
I'm and you can find me
Babe Victor!
Please
Babe Victor!
Left at London on Spotify and other stuff. Perfect.
Mel? Sure.
Yeah, I'm Mel Stone. You can find me on Twitter at Mel Stone Music.
Outstanding. Ripley?
I'm Ricky Violet from Transmission Gaming here on Twitch, and Ricky Storm on Twitter.
Awesome. And Todd, since you're still in the chat, I assume, I can read out yours since you don't have it connected yet if you'd like. You can just wait until you're ready to go there. Let's see what else is happening. Looks like we are making steady progress. Everybody putting out a couple of dollars here and there for reaching our new donation goal. That's awesome. Oh, that's outstanding. And it is morning again on the British Isle. Me neither, but I think if I have all of my wonderful chat friends who I know did not come here for me, but you'll keep me awake, I can roll this over and take a really big sleep at the end of the day and go back to work the next day. Yes.
D Jowza, it's just one L. M-E-L. Stone.
Hey,
Thanks, D Jowza.
Valentina, somebody is saying in the chat that you should start your own podcast. And I'm going to second this opinion and
Yeah.
ask you
Yes,
to have me on as a guest.
Oh my god, that'd be super cool.
You should
I-
definitely have a podcast. Yeah.
That's so sweet of you guys. What I thought about it, but I never figured out what niche I would fill for a podcast.
Big mood.
Like, would listen to it for an hour.
Yes.
I had me and a friend were considering doing a podcast for a while, and our niche was going to be we were going to make them bite-sized episodes, so they're only half an hour,
Nice.
and that was the big twist on it. But we never decided what to do it about. Sorry.
Hello.
Oh,
Todd's
it's
in
Todd.
the
Hey, Todd.
It's
Everybody
Todd in the
please
shadows.
say hello to Todd in the shadows. Please introduce
Hi.
yourself.
Stepping in for a second. How's everyone doing?
Doing outstanding.
Doing good.
Doing
yeah?
good.
How are you, Todd?
I'm up a little too early to sleep.
Welcome.
To sleep shortly, but I just wanted to check in with the chat that where all the cool kids are. Like the kids.
Now that you're here.
So I got up and Graham Lanahan is going right off right now on the Twitters.
He is kicking off.
Wild.
Oh, he's back on his posting.
Yeah, he
As
is.
of 4 minutes ago.
Can't believe Graham Linehan tweeted back on my bullshit lol hashtag.
Did he really?
No, stop asking that.
I think the best thing about really getting to Graham is at the end of the day, even though he did it as a joke to insult, we still got him to put his pronouns in the bio. And I say that's a win.
That's a pretty big win, yeah.
I think the best thing that we can do is, I think it'd be kind of fucking funny if we all just refer to Graham Linehan with those, and then just
The
see
heart
it go
of darkness.
no, what the joke, and then
That's that's funny. I mean, also someone's asking what the next goal is. The goal is now $1 for each tweet Graham Linehan has ever done. It's at $167,900. I'm sorry, $167,998.
He's
except
tweeted
now
us 167,000 times.
yeah.
That joke.
It's $9.99. And
Cloaks me under
Here's
a
the thing, it's going to
protective
keep going
aegis.
up, so our
Whatever
goal
spell
will
is
always
cast at me
keep
will be
increasing, so we'll have to
reflected
keep
back
doing
at the
this.
caster, leaving
It's
me
a race.
unharmed. It will
It's
only
a
last
race.
for a
We
short
gotta
time,
outpace them.
however, before
By the
leaving
end
me
of the stream, it's
vulnerable
just gonna be
once
like 8
more.
million donate, like, because of fucking Grandlina Haim's tweets. I'm so tired.
But chat can do it. Chat can help us make that goal.
Yeah. No, we can do it. Chat,
Invoking this spell.
we cannot do this without you, okay?
Yeah,
I mean, you guys
You-
are the ones that have made this all possible, for real.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like the donations keep coming in, so like thank you everybody. Like there has not been a drop in the number of donations coming in, so thank you so much.
Exactly. We're all up here having our, trying to be entertaining, but without this wonderful chat here to sustain us, we'd all be just talking to each other, and that's not as interesting. I mean, you all are interesting. I love you, but it wouldn't raise $154,000. That would be a better way to phrase it.
Yeah, definitely.
And like we've like given shout outs to like some of the bigger amounts that have come in, but like the vast majority of contributions that have been coming in have been like $4.20,
Hell yeah.
$6.90. It's a bunch of like small donations that have added up to this huge number of 154,000. So like don't worry about like not feeling like just give whatever you can, and if you can't, like that's cool too.
Just spread the word.
Spread the
mace
word, like
is amongst
that's all that you need to do.
There's no such thing as a micro donation. Every penny counts.
Yup.
There's only microdosing. There's no microdonations.
You know what I think's really cool?
Small donation gang.
That just by one Twitch stream, now
I
every
am
character in
Sword.
Donkey Kong 64 is trans. That's some serious power. I like this.
Can you believe they've been trans this whole time?
I know, it's wild that we only found out right now.
Even the bad guys, like, am I a bad person? Beating up a bunch of trans alligators?
No, because you're trans yourself too. It's not like discrimination.
Okay.
Yeah, in that case, that you're not beating them up because they're trans. They just happen to be. It's equality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Who's in the chat? Who am I talking to? Funny names.
Spiked mace.
I'm left at London. I'm actually.
H-Bomb's still awake, I swear.
Yeah, he was there in the video a second ago.
Harris, go to sleep. Oh my
Not
god.
bad.
Harry, go to sleep.
You need the rest.
But anyways, yeah, in a bit we'll go again through the what is it, the names of everybody?
Reintroduction.
We'll do
Yeah.
reintroductions, of course. But I am currently the impromptu host, making sure everything stays on track. Valentina at leftistthought420
I
on
am
twitter.com.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
My
yeah,
name's
hell yeah.
Bree. That's about it.
I guess we'll just go through the introductions again. Lexi, turn, we'll go down the list.
I'm Lexi. You can find me at CyberWitchLexi on Twitch and everywhere.
Perfect. Left at London.
Oh, hello. Yes.
Someone's asking
I'm
for pronouns with our.
Oh, that's a really good
Mine
idea.
are she/her.
Yeah.
I also
Same.
use she, her. And I'm Valentina.
I'm she, her, and I'm.
You cut out there, but I'm pretty sure you said you're lesbian.
I'm lesbian and I'm also lesbian.
It sounds like you
gosh,
might
Matt.
go to bed.
Yeah, you sound so tired.
I'm setting up my speakers right now. I can't go.
Nat, Nat,
Nat.
My
Chat,
bed is
we
covered.
Nat, speakers can wait. You can
Sleep
take a look.
My speakers are on my bed now.
Okay, but they can just be in your floor. Or you can cuddle them. If you like to cuddle speakers, I'm not
I
gonna
love-
judge you if you do.
I love cuddling.
Hell yeah, cuddle gang. Everyone cuddle gang in the chat.
In the
Cuddle
chat,
gang,
cuddle
cuddle
it up.
gang.
What is that? Is that left in London?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, someone asked what my ad is again. It's at leftistthought420.
Somebody's made a good point that we don't have
We don't have what now?
Like somebody pointed out that we don't have any
Spiked
fucking
mace.
What?
Trans people of color.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm really fucking tired. But yeah.
You should definitely go to bed.
Yeah.
But we say that with love in our hearts.
Yeah.
I'm awake.
I mean, you can come back. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, no, this is going to
We
go
wanna
on
make
for a while.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that you take care of yourself.
A trans person of color asked if they could join, and
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Should we go?
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's one of the problems with like trans Twitter is it's very white, unfortunately.
So fucking white, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
People
one
are
of the things like.
suggesting- People are suggesting Cat Black. I've met her.
Iron
Oh
sword.
yeah, no, I love her Twitter account. Yeah.
I'm a huge Cat Black fan. I thought for a second Cat Black was pulling, and I'm like, wow.
Oh yeah, if she wants to get on, like that'd be great.
Oh.
I mean,
Real quick,
I-
we had a $300 donation.
I think she lives in California, so it might be not a great time.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. My God, it's 4 a.m.
5 a.m. gang.
It's fucking 7 a.m. here.
It's
7
almost
a.m. here.
7
Grant
a.m.
Linehan's gallbladder gave $300.
Well, thank you so much, Grimmingham Skullbladder.
Gallbladder.
His own body is revolting against him. We are doing it.
Piece by piece, we will turn Grand Linehan.
I want to see some donations from his teeth, his toenails, everything like that.
Everything but his bad, stupid brain.
Yes, the brain can get left behind.
Means
Heyo.
Oh, and I'm Mel.
all Graham Land.
I'm Ripley. She, her, or they both run this. I'm Ripley Storm on Twitter, Ripley Violet on Twitch.
Hell yeah, get some non-binary representation over there.
And we love.
Yes. Okay, now H-Bomb is saying goodnight for like the 4th time. Go to bed.
Paris, oh my God,
to sleep,
get some
Paris.
sleep. Have sweet dreams. Wake up, come back, hang out. Go.
We got a new guest.
Oh, do we have a new guest? Alrighty.
Oh my gosh, hi.
Please introduce yourself. I want everybody in the chat to warm welcome to Maru. I'm so sorry.
Hi, I'm a Palestinian activist locally. I actually grew up there. I'm a trans woman, and I do some consultation for a couple people, specifically with regards to issues on the Middle East. I'm helping currently an actual joke and Batco on YouTube produce 2 videos about Palestine.
Nice.
Outstanding.
Oh, that's really cool.
Welcome to the stream.
Thank you. My mouse is currently broken, so let me set myself to talk.
We've just been kind of taking, variety of questions, whatever people inside of the chat have been coming up with, or our wonderful viewers have been coming up with. So, it's kind of a relaxed show today, as it is the Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Is there like a time thing on this? Like, will the stream ever end, or?
No,
It'll probably take a break when he beats the game. But I think he mentioned he might, just do this again.
He'll have to restart the VOD at 48 hours because I think VOD's cut off at 48 hours. But if he wants to keep going, hey.
yeah, it depends. It depends on what's going on with the game at that point.
Not Raptor's head.
But we're keeping his chat
heart
entertained
of
until then.
darkness.
That's all I'm worried about. And also, people in the chat are pointing out that he actually already did the VOD, so we are all good there.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, H-Bomber guy has 300 IQ. He already took care of that.
It's a very impressive IQ.
Yeah, 6 figures.
God. Why am I awake? I know I H-bombed awake, which he is absolutely awake. To answer the chat, is Amy Dog with you, and is she still the best dog? Amy Dog is still asleep. She is in bed, but she is indeed the best dog.
Yeah, I've been watching as much as I can, but I'm prepping for work on Monday right now.
Yeah, work on Monday, gang, right? I have to be at work. I have to be awake for work in 25 and a half hours, so I'm just prepping for that.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm always at work because I work from home, so...
I'm trying to get in on that live.
Can I really quickly give a shout out to all the trans guys that have come to the channel tonight? Because a lot of times we don't really focus on trans femininity and trans guys out there. So much love to all you trans guys. I'm giving you hard hands right now.
Yeah, definitely. Love
Trans
you guys
guys
out
gang.
there. You guys are all awesome.
Absolutely. Shout out to the dudes, the trans dudes. We love you here on the
Shout out
Skeleton
to
Crew.
my trans dude friend Aaron, who just got his top surgery and it was a big success.
Congrats.
Yeah.
I love
Congrats to
those.
Aaron.
I love those feel-good stories, and I'm sure everybody here loves those kinds of feel-good stories. It's great.
Lower forms of undead
My,
fall swiftly to
my
descent.
trans
With the
friends
bone armor,
told me
they are
once
not
that
as
the great
eager
benefit
to
of being
challenge
a guy is the ability to be ignored, which, but that comes with its own problems. So, trans man visibility, I guess.
I can definitely get that. You kind of blend in
Yeah,
with the crowd a lot.
definitely.
bone armor.
Yeah,
Okay, Go on.
it seems that online at least,
Yeah.
trans mask rep is not prevalent, and we should correct that, and also get more trans women of color good positions. She says, as a trans woman of color.
And you're in a good position.
Look, I am behind that sentiment 10,000%.
I actually think I'm gonna go back to bed.
That's a good idea, Todd. Get some sleep. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit.
Yeah,
No
thanks for
problem.
stopping by.
Yeah, Todd, we were so glad to have you. I hope you have a real good sleep, okay, buddy?
Okay.
Dream about transcom.
I'll do my best.
Do your best. That's all we ask. And
That's
sleep.
all we're all doing.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It seems Todd in the Shadows has gone back into the shadows.
I was really hoping for subversion at the end of that
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, shadows to bedtime.
No subversions from me. Straightforward. That's me.
It's the only straight thing about you. Heyo.
But actually
You're
though,
gay. What's up?
you're gay.
I have
I gay.
big bisexual.
big gay.
I'm
gay.
Who? Hey, in the chat, who's gay? Also, in the call, who's gay?
Yeah,
Gay, gay.
pretty gay. That's it.
Hell yeah.
personally.
Yeah, I'm pan.
Oh, yeah. But, like, gay gang represent, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Call yourself as a gay guy, so.
Hell yeah, that's like good shit. Ollie, it looks like for any longtime viewers, Ollie is on the way.
Oh yeah.
Eating lunch though, so we'll have to wait a little bit. But I can see all of the little hearts in the chat. With all the different such a big fan of that.
I was just gonna say, there's been so many like amazing people that like I'm a big fan of that have been on the stream. Like
you.
Like me.
not like me, but like Linkara was on earlier, and I really like Linkara's videos about Power Rangers. Gosh, Chelsea Manning was on. Left of London is currently on. I'm a big fan of hers. But yeah, rush.
Thank you.
Yes. You didn't have to rush over here if you're busy with speakers.
I'm so busy with speakers.
Good luck.
Okay, thanks.
So, good stuff to talk about.
Should I like send my Twitter? I guess.
Yes.
Oh,
no, go
yes.
ahead, absolutely.
I forgot about that.
Twitter.com/Maruchan13. As in the ramen bread.
Nice.
Thank you.
I do threads about Palestine and queer people in Palestine and other TWOC.
Outstanding.
I have faith in the people of the world after this.
It's nice because there's no way that like a lot of trans people are donating because we're all broke.
For real.
Thanks, sis. More money.
Thank you.
Thank you, people with money.
I have raised personally $170 for my laser hair crowdfunding.
That's so good. Congrats, Bree.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
here's
need
a
to do one of
tip.
those at some
Amazing.
Here's
What's
a
up?
tip for all the fucking trans girls out there. Laser hair Groupon. Holy
Hey.
shit.
Yeah, I've looked at a lot.
I got my first treatments through Groupon. It was so fucking good.
Totally.
Yeah, they're
I cannot
so
wait
cheap.
for my first treatment.
It makes a big difference. Even just a couple treatments, it makes a big difference.
That's like the one thing that really just makes me want to die.
Hey, I just wanna mention real quickly. I'm gonna go. I feel like I really want to give like a special like emotional shout out to them because like when I was doing Vine, I was closeted, and it was very hard for me. Like a lot of the times, I was getting misgendered. It took me 4 years to get on AHR because of like personal issues, and I understand that people have waited longer than that, but like I hope that my perspective can help a little bit. It's the way that I see it is that like I don't know, a lot of it is having faith in yourself to be not necessarily capable, and I feel like a lot of us don't see ourselves as capable, even though just like give piece of support positive trans person out there. So June, those are hard. That's like a hard fucking. I don't know. I really want to make sure. If you think that you're not able to translate,
Yeah.
because like I've thought I was not gonna like look where I'm at now. I mean, like it's absolutely mind-boggling that I mean the fact that people ask for here we think that we are
This cleanses
hated,
my
but
body
in
of any
reality,
dangerous
we are
poisons.
we are
Quite
being
useful
loved.
with all the filth I
And,
find
like-
myself surrounded
Like
by.
all of us here on this chat right now, like, or I believe all of us maybe, but like we are capable of being loved in this street. Absolute tangible proof of that. And, like, it's just it's important to know that like I love you and that like absolutely you are here. You are here, and that's enough. And that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you.
That's a really good point.
May I add
That's
something?
beautiful.
That
I
was
jumped
really
halfway
lovely.
through. That was
really
god.
good.
So I was gonna tear up.
Sorry,
Fucking hell.
To
Hey, I
have-
love every one of you in this chat. Fuck.
fuck.
Yeah. So
Everyone
sorry.
in the fucking stream deserves to be loved, and everyone outside it too.
Definitely.
Spiked
I
mate.
started transitioning at 34, so anybody in chat right now who thinks that, you know, you can't do it, you're never too old. You're never too old. And I didn't
Yeah.
think I was going to make it to 35, but I'm 36 now. And so it's
Mhm.
never too late. It's never too late, folks.
In the words of 30 Rock, it's never too late for now.
Yeah, adding on to that, I thought it was way too late for me to transition at 26, and now I'm almost 28. And transitioning was the best decision I ever made in my life. And my life is 1,000 times better than it used to be. It's priceless,
Yeah.
basically, this
Yeah,
transitioning.
for real. Honestly, like even if you lose a lot, because a lot of people do, and a lot of people will still, but there's still a place for you. It's not. It doesn't end there.
Yeah, I knew for a long time, and when I was 21, I was like in seeing a therapist, and like I got a letter, and I freaked out, and I thought I had to choose between having like a meaningful life where I could like do work that I liked and be respected and have meaningful relationships with people, or I could transition and just have a whole bunch of like really negative uh, things happen with me. And so I just decided not to transition for years. And it all caught up with me at 27. And everything that I thought I would lose, the stuff that I lost wasn't worth it. And I gained so much more. I gained a better sense of self. Um, I developed deeper, more real relationships with people. I made friends that are now family. It is unequivocally the best thing I've ever done, and
Yeah,
literally saved my life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, for real.
same.
That's where I got
Same.
to. It was either I wasn't gonna exist anymore, or I had to transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to further like expand on this whole conversation, like I've had like I feel like a lot of the way that we talk about transition is like a be all end all solution to all our problems, but like to those of you who are transitioning or feel like they have like and like are still struggling, that transition is not indicative of like all your problems. Like I understand that point. Like I essentially like came in like while I was like transitioning, a lot of mental health problems resurfaced, just because that like I was in like a whole new environment and it was scary for me. And like I was hospitalized a couple times, and like I really scared people, and it was hard to deal with. But overall, like I wouldn't change who I am. Like I don't mind that I'm BPD anymore. I don't ADHD and that. I I just really like I've learned to love my fucked up self and acknowledge that a lot of this trauma I have like is based out of like other people's unacceptance of me, and like other people's need to understand who I am. But that's what makes this life beautiful, is that like you have to understand that like people aren't just going to understand who you are. If you're not understood, then like finding people who do understand you, like the beauty of life, beauty like in continuing to live. Because if you're understood by everybody, you're living a boring fucking life, frankly. Like I don't know. I just I feel like um I feel like we just need to acknowledge we are capable of anything, whether that be the good or the bad, and we really need to like.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm sorry, but
You're good.
No, it's okay.
I can help you out if you need. I think the stream proves that the voices that shut us out are not as loud as the voices that want of ourselves. You know what I mean?
So yeah, definitely, and I want people in the chat to know that, this is proof that you're gonna be supported and that you do have a community that you can rely on. And it is important to, live your authentic self, however that
Yeah.
is.
What
And also, Go ahead.
I always tell trans people who are closeted or haven't started transitioning, I always tell them kind of the same thing. I always tell them, like, you're a lot stronger than you think you are, because that is something that I found out myself
Hell yeah.
through like just real world experience. Like, I thought this would never be possible. I never thought like any of this transition stuff would happen. I never thought for a moment like, I would have so many friends. I've been in a committed relationship for over a year now. I never thought any of that was possible back when I was suffering from dysphoria, but turns out I was a lot stronger than I thought I was, and I know out there that you're a lot stronger than you think you are.
somebody asked in the chat, but what if we already forgot what our authentic? And I wouldn't say that you've gotten it; you just lost it, and you're able to find it again.
Or even-
you never lose your authentic self. It's always there. You just need to find it.
Yeah, definitely. Every day you are your authentic self, whoever you are right then, and you can change that at any point. You can be your authentic self. It's a choice you make, and it's constant.
As a trans woman approaching 40, I just want to say to everybody, never give up and never surrender, because you can be your authentic self, and no matter what people tell you.
Honestly, before I transitioned all this, I came from a really, really shitty, abusive relationship, and I didn't know what I would do after. I'm stuck with PTSD at this point, and I didn't know what I'd be able to do with it in the future. I didn't know how I'd be able to live at all, and transitioning and finding a community of people and just this love is it's so good and pure, and I love all of you.
This is really like the point of
Go
like
ahead.
this is like really reminding me of like last show of the night speeches got like weirdly emotional.
Yeah.
For those in abusive, or for me at least, my parents are conservative and religious. There's always a way out. You'll get out of there. You'll be able to be the authentic person that you want to.
I mean, I packed my car when I was 25 and moved cross country and didn't talk to people for 10, 12 years before I actually got the courage to transition. So, no matter what adversity you come across, no matter how hard you're fighting, there is always hope.
Yeah. And a lot of people think that like if they after they've transitioned, they're like weak or they didn't transition right or something. Like no, like a lot of experience dysphoria that's like common, and like I want to say like a lot common posted normal in all of us, because it's true, like not all experience dysphoria. Those of us that do, like, it's important to understand that like feeling dysphoria is a common thing, even like during transition and shit like that. But you know, I'm I can't believe that I made that super emotional.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's fine.
really.
That was good.
It's like a lot of moments have been
That
emotional.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
I've been here the longest, I think.
Ollie's back.
Hey,
Welcome to the Skeleton Crew, lads.
Skeleton Crew's getting intense now.
I would say Daddy's back, but it's 2019 and we don't say yes, Daddy now. We say aye, Captain.
Hi, Captain.
I mean, I'm
Hi,
fine
Captain.
with Daddy, but
Like a skeleton bird, man.
Let me be reminding all the crew in the stream to put their headphones on, because otherwise we be getting echoes all over the ship. And thank you for all your emotional support for the chat that's going on. While Harris is down in his bunk, in his cabin, in his hammock, or whatever it is that pirates sleep in, we're gonna be here on the sea of the streams, weathering all the storms that we've got out here, trying to pursue the mermaids of the ocean, and watching out for Scylla, Charybdis, and Graham Linehan.
I think I'm gonna get whiplash from the tone shift.
It was very sudden too.
But I love
There was
this.
no-
All of which is to say, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, it's nice to be back. What a wonderful, wonderful, super duper chat and a lovely, lovely thing to jump into.
Yeah, I gotta say.
Wonderful, sweet time.
Yeah,
Welcome
we can't cry all night. We have to.
I mean, I can.
You can cry all night. It's okay.
Yeah.
I probably could as well.
Okay, I'm gonna keep on setting my. I'm gonna still be listening.
I don't know if I've been here the second longest or that's Casey Explosion, but either way, it's been so emotional.
Casey has
times.
Casey's put in a hell of a watch.
Yeah, Casey's been doing so fucking good.
Oh, wow,
I should
yeah.
say thank you to Casey when this stream's over, when this hellish nightmare ends.
I hope Harry doesn't get in trouble for me streaming copyright music from the Muppets pirate movie down
I didn't hear it in the background, so I think it was good.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
I didn't
Damn it.
hear it, but really good taste.
How wrong is it to say aye, daddy?
I think it's brilliant.
Great.
Yeah, somebody told me that Daddy is cancelled, and I was like, I just got it, so no.
You just got one of your
Oh, Daddy, my daddy.
Well, it's wonderful to be here whilst Harris is hopefully getting a little bit of sleep.
Oh
Although
god,
he keeps,
Harris he just
keeps
typed
typing.
in chat for fuck's sake. He's still awake.
He's become just like the thing he hates the most. He's become just like Graham. But did he see on Twitter? He asked Graham, "Does he know how to beat Beaver Bother?"
I mean,
That was
Graham
priceless.
probably created the beavers.
I
Graham
don't think
left
Harris can sleep right now because he's like. Sorry, I'm talking of you.
Oh, never mind. Continue.
Too excited.
I think Harris can't sleep because of the gravity of like what we've been doing, like the last. Because it's now noon and I've been awake for 12 hours, and during that time, we had the CEO of fucking Mermaids come on during that time.
Yeah.
We-
Susie
we
was
had-
really nice chatting to her.
Yeah, Susie was amazing. Holy shit. People cry because of Susie, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Harris
I
is
cry.
doing what I do, where he says goodnight to everyone and then gets into bed with his phone.
And he gets
Just keeps
to it.
posting.
He gets-
Just keeps posting.
It's really not. Seriously,
The posting never stops. I'm taking a look at the leaderboard, and people are doing their best to move me out of the top 10. I have run out of money, so I can't really go any higher. I think my highest position is going to be number 6.
That's still enough for the goodie bag. It's fine.
Yeah, do it for the goodie bag. Number 1 and number 2, number 1 tied. We have Weesk and One Fine Cat with $3,000 each. Methyl Transferase at number 3 with 2,100, followed closely by The Name Field is Required by 2,000 and Nido King at 2,000, then followed by Your Humble Captain. Number 6, and then Burrito Heim, 1,600. The 5th Matt at 1,559. You could move up to number 7, the 5th Matt, if you were feeling generous. Followed closely by Do the Shakespeare at 1,500, who made their first donation of 500 in order to get me to read out Macbeth at Harry on the stream in hour 2. Followed by number 10, None of Your Business, $1,417.54p. So thank you to all of those 9 people and me for doing that. And so far we have raised $156,358.48 in American, which
Think
is
of all the money
about...
that Harris can tank dodge with.
I know that after the stream is finished, Harris is going to have a little bit of a sleep, and then he's going to look at his PayPal and then book a ticket to Costa Rica, and we're never going to hear from him again. No, of course not.
He deserves it, honestly. If that was the ending to his story, I would love that. That would be amazing.
He just runs, or he rips off a mask, and it's been Graham the whole time. They've all been deceived.
Thanks, Graham.
Siphoning it.
Hashtag thanks, Graham.
Thanks, Graham, and he just does a runner with the money. Somebody in the chat says, Ollie, you should play Puck from Midsummer Night's Dream. I really don't think I should, because I'm 6'1" and quite large, and I think a Puck. If you want a Puck, you want it to be like a very small, very energetic woman. I have played Oberon in Midsummer Night's Dream, and that's really more my casting. I was a very sort of Elrondish, pointy-eared Oberon, which was really good. Well, I wasn't very good, but the play was good.
One of my friends.
The speakers.
One of my friends in. Sorry, I left it. London. Go ahead.
I set the speaker.
Good job.
I did it.
Proud of you.
Nice. Good job.
Everyone say they're proud of Nat.
We're all very proud of that.
Proud of me.
So, I don't think I've been introduced to some of the people who are in the chat at the moment. Who do we have? Could we introduce ourselves?
From the top?
From the top.
Okay, I'm Box Full of Bats. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, and a YouTube. I'm working on a video right now. That's all I got. Next person.
What's it about, though? What's the video about?
Oh, it's about Celeste. It's about the video game Celeste and sleep paralysis and mental health and stuff like that. And also, I like mayonnaise and Paris. That's my hot take of the day. Please.
Okay, that's bad. Okay, who's next?
My name is Brie Brunel. I have a Twitter account at anarcho_vampire. I'm trans. I have a blog where I talk about my transition. And yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Okay. Who's next?
Hi, I'm Lexi. You can find me everywhere at Cyberwitch Lexi. I talk about trans and leftist shit all the time.
Hey, fantastic. And next?
Hey, I'm left at London. And
left at London.
Yeah, I'm about to leave actually. So after everybody's done with roll call, I want to say one last thing.
Okay, cool. And Maru Melstone. Who's next?
Maru. Hi, I'm Maru/Valerie. I am a Palestinian American trans activist. I do some work helping people do videos on topics related to the Middle East. I'm currently working with Batco and an actual joke on 2 such videos.
Mm-hmm.
And
wonderful. And next?
Cool. Hey, I'm Mel Stone. I'm on Twitter at Melstone Music. You can also find me on Spotify under Mel Stone. I'm trans, and my pronouns are she, her.
Okay, cool. I think I'm next. For those who don't know me, I'm Ollie Thorne. I'm a pirate captain and a YouTuber and a friend of Harry's, and doing my best to help out and keep the stream, the Skeleton Crew, running. And next up?
I'm Ripley Pilot from Transmission Gaming, Ripley Storm on Twitch, production artist by Day.
A medley of death and evisceration. Let fate choose my enemy's demise.
Yeah, you're just a little quiet there, I think.
Very quiet. And echoey, of course, but it's fine.
Hopefully we can get you turned up in time.
If you want, you can just type it out and I'll read it out for you.
Brilliant.
In my shaggy voice, of course.
So, do any of you have any experience playing Donkey Kong 64?
Hey, you guys can hear me now properly, right? I'm not real quiet.
Yeah, you're normal.
Yeah, you're
I accidentally muted my microphone. Anyways, hello everyone again. I'm Valentina at Leftist Thought 420 on Twitter. I was originally impromptu hosting the Skeleton Crew, but it seems like Ollie has taken that position.
No, not at all. Let's do it together. Let's do it together.
Oh,
Sounds
sounds perfect.
It's communists, all right? We're all into
Yarr!
The
ship
original
can have more than one captain.
The original Skeleton Crew was 4 people. The original Skeleton Crew was 4 people holding the fort together. It's not going to end like. There's no hosts. It's all people.
Yeah, I don't mean to come in and jump in. I just
He just
saw a
wears
bit of
the
a gap,
funny
and
hat.
whenever there's a stage, I have an incurable desire to fill it because I'm an actor and I love attention.
I feel that. I am the exact same way. And yeah, no, I don't want to act like I was, some important all in the center, but it seemed like I was kind of pushing people to keep things moving.
Cool. All right, let's keep going then.
So like I said, I was I guess I will leave with just one final thought. You know, I've been waxing poetic. I guess late at night and when it's late at night. A couple of things. Love your friends more. I think 2018 was a year where I didn't value friendships as much as I did relationships, and I've learned a lot in this past year. And so, like, it's important to remember that, like, I don't know, especially as like a polyamorous person, like it's very
Antitoxin.
not
The Pentalich of Tarot.
like value relationships. It's easy to value relationships. Got relationship energy, but you know, it's important to do that. And then
The Pentalich, a medley
couple
of
other
death
things,
and evisceration.
if you
Let
are
fate choose
questioning
my
that you are
enemy's demise.
you just might be, and that's okay.
This cleanses my
Like,
body of any
we're-
dangerous poisons.
We'll welcome you with open arms, and a nice cup of tea, and then finally abolish ice. Fuck 12. What is that? A foot?
Oh, good. That's a foot. That's a human foot.
It is a foot.
Hey, there's
Show feet on stream.
I can finally come.
post feety, sweetie.
I couldn't resist it.
Brutal.
Feet chat. Feet gang, rise up. Can we get a
Feet gang,
feet
rise
gang in
up.
the chat?
Can we get Teeth Gang rise up as well? I miss those guys.
Oh, I did see Teeth Gang earlier. Yeah, let's see that.
Oh, I'm
Keep
sorry,
Going has
I
been the
didn't see-
most enduring meme of the stream.
That was like right from the first skeleton crew back in like 12 hours, like at 12 hour mark.
10,000 years ago?
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, about
It was
8
your-
it feels like 4 days, and I think it is like it's been like 3 days. It's spread out, you know.
We have
Well-
Feet Gang and we have Teeth Gang, but why not unite the clans, Feet and Teeth Gang?
Feet with teeth.
I mean, toenails are basically feet teeth. If you think about it.
Oh my god, I hate
Feet.
I'm gonna thief your feet.
Can we get a Feeth gang going? Thank you.
We get thief.
We fuck that fifth tussie.
Oh my god.
Mouthfeel, more like mouth feet. Am I right, gamers?
Hey.
Left tubers.
Why is no one talking about the mouth feet?
Why is no one talking about the mouth feet? Thank you.
Alright.
What manner of
it's been a
man would
pleasure.
choose a land
I
so
love all
harsh and utterly
very
devoid of life?
bottom, and this is such a ridiculous way to come together, and I'm for it, and I'm probably gonna chat when I wake up.
Goodbye.
So,
Good
yeah.
night.
Thanks for hanging out, Nat. We love you.
Yes, we all love you.
Love you too. Mwah. Bye.
Everybody say goodnight, Nat.
Everybody
you,
say
hon.
goodnight.
Night,
Nat.
Nat.
Good night,
Good
Nat.
night, Nat.
Night, Nat.
Good night.
I did enjoy Nat, the other Nat, as in ContraPoints, mentioning the mouthfeel again in her latest video. Although, you know how she has like mouthfeel t-shirts and the profits go to the Trevor Project. She also mentioned the cum taste, and now I want a t-shirt with cum taste on it. I've already got a mouthfeel t-shirt, but I feel like I need cum taste as well.
That's such a mood. I would love a shirt like that, but I don't know where I'd wear it.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Church.
Walk into the office. Yeah. What about it?
Well, no. If you spelt it C-O-M-E and then on the next line taste, people will be like, "Oh, what's come and taste what?" And be like, "Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, with what you."
It's right under each nipple on the shirt. Cum taste.
I can't read the first words.
First words I heard when I reopened the stream was cum taste. Welcome back to the Skeleton Crew.
Welcome back. Did you miss us?
Some of us are after dark, and some of us it is noon because that's the way time zones work.
Skeleton Crew appears to be hoarding on main time.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes noon is after dark.
Yar, some of the crew seem to be a little thirsty because they've been drinking the seawater again.
Hey, chat. Okay, give me something to read out in the Shaggy voice, and I'll do Shaggy Rogers' voice, reading out whatever you want. Give me whatever you want. You gotta make sure that just ping me, all right?
But like,
Ping me,
what
ping-
about the cum taste. Hold on, I'll write it out for you.
Alright, you gotta say trans rights in the Shaggy voice.
I like a trans right.
Nice.
Trans right, Scoob, zoinks!
Trans right?
Rin. They like tear the mask off at the end. It's like that's who this transphobe was, or we really was.
It's Graham. We killed off his saggy flaps and saw another face underneath, which was still Graham. Oh, Dan.
Looks like we have another guest.
Dan's here.
See now, here I was thinking that I was gonna be coming in to help boy up like 3 people maybe, and here there's just a whole bunch of people hanging out.
Oh yeah.
Hang on.
And now there's somebody with a rival for sexiest voice.
I'm
There's
sorry.
like 5,000 people.
I'm sorry to ruin it, 'cause I gotta do. Like, what about the Comte scoop? Like Zoink Scoop, what about the mouthfeel? That sounds too.
Graham Linehan could have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling streamers.
I can't do like a sentence. Like it's gonna be like 3 words tops, guys.
Yeah.
That was so epic.
Thank
Dan,
you.
how are you doing? Okay.
Great.
He tells us a lot. So
Excellent.
Nice. He's an enigmatic man.
So where are we at? Somebody get me
Well-
caught up.
Progress or?
Well, we've
like,
gained 2 people. Should we reintroduce ourselves?
Sounds good.
yeah, 2 new people
From the top.
from the top.
Okay, I am Boxful of Bats. I have a YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. My current video is being worked on. It's going to come out 25th. It's about Celeste. It's a video game that deals with mental health, sleep paralysis. My bad take is Dark Souls 2 is better than Dark Souls 1, and also I like mayonnaise. Bree, go ahead.
My name is Bree. You can find me at anarcho_vampire on Twitter. I have a blog where I talk about my transition because I'm trans. I also yell about trans rights and politics on Twitter. My hot take is that Dark Souls 2 is better than Dark Souls 1. Next.
Thank you.
My name is Dan Olson, aka Foldable Human. I make videos for YouTube about narratology.
Wait, is that the study of Naruto?
Oh man,
You piece of-
you know what? I think that's the first time.
This spell allows me to exploit
I'm
the
asking you
petty
to-
prejudices of man.
I don't know what
Minor
narratology is
murderous rage. And oh, the sweet
narrative.
when the spell wore off
basically
and
the
they saw
broad
their
narrative
hands
study, so
covered with their
it's a
neighbor's
holistic
blood.
look at the factors that go into the construction of narrative. So it includes basically think traditional like language studies, an English degree, but with additional consideration for like production, like the means of how something gets made.
That's interesting.
Damn, that's
Yeah, that's
Inspire
cool.
hate.
That's cool.
Okay.
Super cool.
We haven't done everybody. Lexi, go ahead.
My name's Lexi. You can find me at Cyberwitch Lexi on anything. My hot take is that every Souls game, including Demon Souls and King's Field, is better than Dark Souls 2.
Wow.
We're enemies for life.
This.
I'm Maru. You can find me at Maru-chan 1312 on Twitter, aka the ACAB number. I'm a Palestinian American activist, and I help people produce videos on the Middle East whenever they ask. I'm working with Batco and Sonia right now on delivering 2 videos on Israel-Palestine, hopefully coming out in early February. It's nice to have me on. It's nice to be on.
Cool.
And Mel, that would good to go to you.
So my name's Mel Stone. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mel Stone Music, MELSTONE. I'm Mayo Gang for life.
And also,
Nice.
before we move on to our next person, we just got a $69 donation. Very nice from Machina.
Nice.
And your turn, Ollie.
My name is Ollie Thorne, aka Philosophy Tube. I also make videos for YouTube about philosophy that I present in an increasingly artistic and weird way. And my hot take is that Topher Grace's performance redeems Spider-Man 3.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Ripley from Transmission Gaming, Ripley Violet on Twitch, Ripley Storm on Twitter. I'm a production artist by day, comic book artist by night.
Perfect. I am Valentina at Leftist Thought 420 on Twitter. I ran the AOC Dances account that got real popular when that Alexandra Ocasio clip got real popular, and I am very pretty. Thank you.
No problem.
Your turn, Vivian. No, I guess not. All right.
Someone in the chat, I think, wanted me to say Graham Willingham in fucking the Shaggy voice, so I will give them that. Oh, fuck. Do you know how hard it is to say that these are Shaggy voice? Like swings. Like Graham Willingham, man.
If it helps, a lot of Americans pronounce his last name Lineham, because I think that's how Shaggy would say it.
Oh, good. I think that would irritate him, which I'm glad about.
Oh, he'd hate it.
Dan, I heard that you.
I just referred to his voice and I call Graham out for being a shit toilet.
Dan, I heard that you were recently playing the Hobbit game on stream, which I absolutely loved as a kid.
I was. We did that last Monday. So not people wonder the Hobbit game. So specifically, Sierra Entertainment's The Hobbit, prelude to the Lord of the Rings official licensed game with the Tolkien estate seal of approval. We were playing the PlayStation 2 version of that.
And how did you find it?
It's
Iron Sword.
charming in its own way, but also they're like it's charming. It's a little bit clunky, a little bit weird. Not great, but again, to keep repeating myself, charming. We had a lot of fun with the fact that when it came out, it was marketed very aggressively for like as a counter to the Peter Jackson films that were coming out around the same time. So it was the marketing was about like accuracy. You know, that Peter Jackson is coming in and making all these changes, and here is a
authentic tale,
authentic tie that respects the text. And then the tutorial is Bilbo running around with Sting chopping up orcs.
My favorite level in that was the one we have to sneak past Smaug. I love that one. The one where you have to like gather all of his treasure and.
We made it to about halfway through traversal of the Misty Mountains.
Yeah, that one does sort of drag a little bit.
Yeah, so we were around like I think I was almost past the stone.
So,
people in the chat are now quoting it. When the trees snap past the trolls and make a noise, and they go, "That was no badger."
So I did want to say that Vivian, we want to introduce her to the stream because it looks like your mic is now working. So if you'd like to introduce yourself, come on in.
Nope.
Oh no, we still can't hear you.
Got the green light.
It's trying desperately to go off, but it's not. There's nothing happening. So the green's happening, but there's nobody's home.
All right. Well, I guess we will hold off on that a little longer. That's okay though. It happens.
Yeah, Discord is a mess, but it's been
wonderful website.
Toenail Gang, Teeth Gang. Thank you, Teeth Gang.
People are saying that they want to hear more from
Iron Sword.
Oh wow, I am very honored. Like, what about ask me questions, I guess?
Yeah, if anyone has any questions for Maru, please. We can make that a thing, which would be very cool. I was told earlier on Twitter that I have big host energy, which is really nice, and I'm gonna probably move that to my own stream at some point in the future, which is very nice.
Put it in your resume. I'm gonna put a lot of things in your resume.
Someone wants me to talk about my upbringing. So I was born in South Carolina, but I spent a lot of my childhood in the West Bank and in Jerusalem, which was not the best place to have a childhood, although I don't know if I'd have it another way. I'm bilingual and I speak both Arabic and English fluently.
I'm always jealous of people who are bilingual. I am terrible at languages.
Someone is also asking me if I have any organizations which I work with. I work with YDSA and SGP.
Nice.
And someone is asking what it's like to be queer in Palestine. So, one thing people will say, I'm going to say something a little bit controversial. Something people will say is that it's better for gay people in Israel. That's not true. Queer Palestinians generally get blackmailed into spilling information on family members. Yeah, it's not good for anyone anywhere.
It sounds awful.
Yeah, that's definitely rough. Looks like we got a nice another $10 donation.
Nice. Yeah, keep the donations trickling in. We did a shout out to Gene Machine earlier on with a donation of 69. Nice. But yeah, welcome. I just did a little tweet, so we should have some people joining us. Welcome to the Skeleton Crew. It is late at night where some of us are, and it's actually the middle of the day where Harris and I are. But he's still asleep. Baser63 asks, what is everyone's Doctor Who hot takes?
I tried watching the show like 3 different times, and I cannot get into it. Maybe I know that the people like to separate it like by doctor. Maybe I just shouldn't start at the doctor that I started on, but big no.
My Doctor Who hot take is that David Tennant is bad.
Okay, you're gonna get some flack for that one.
I just don't like his performance. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. He's too much. He's too extra. I'm sorry.
I haven't seen Doctor Who since the first season, where what was his name? The 12th Doctor came on with Clara. After Clara left, I just lost it.
Ooh, interesting. My Doctor Who hot take would be that when Clara came on, I lost it. My favourite was Eccleston. I've warmed to Tennant over the years mainly because his performance in other stuff is really good. He's a damn good Shakespearean actor. But Tennant Hamlet is my favourite, even more than Branagh. And yes, people in the chat asking what do I think about Tennant's performance just as I think it's good. It's like it's a really good, it's like geared to the audience. I think Tennant does very well. I think he really sort of changed the tone of the program in a big way and has really like set what the tone of the program is. He very much changed it from what it was for Eccleston through his performance, and it's pretty much stayed with that kind of like loopy energy, which isn't sort of everybody's favorite thing. But yeah, I thought he did very good. He's also like by all accounts a nice guy and a hell of a Shakespearean actor, hell of a performance. So that would be my Doctor Who hot take. Does anyone else have any more?
Yeah.
I say love him or hate him, definitely a doctor. I haven't seen that show in years.
I'm like a child of the 80s, so I grew up with Tom Baker and absolutely loved him, and haven't seen the new Doctor Who, so I'm sure I'm going to love it, but I would have to say, okay, chat, please don't pile on me, Capaldi, Peter Capaldi.
you know what? I'm a big fan of Capaldi as well.
Tenant here, but that's like asking me to pick between several bad options. Well, that is asking me to pick between several bad options.
Okay.
So I don't really have. I don't really have what I consider to be a hot take, but apparently, this is something that Doctor Who fans consider to be a hot take, and it's that I have only seen 3 episodes of Doctor Who. I have seen 2 with Eccleston when they relaunched, and then a couple years ago I saw it the finale where it was the changeover to Capaldi. That Christmas finale changeover.
Iron Sword.
Yeah.
It had a special name that everyone was hyped up about, and I can't remember, but that's one of the three episodes of Doctor Who I've seen. That is apparently the equivalent shot of a hot take. So
it's a very gentle hot take. It's kind of like putting a hot cup of tea.
Yeah.
People are asking which Eccleston ones, the first 2.
Solid, very solid.
I could not tell you what the actual content of them was, because we watched half res bootlegs downloaded off of Napster back in, what was it, 2001, 2002.
Ooh, Zoe Bismuth in the chat suggests Richard Ayoade for the next Doctor. That would be a very, very solid choice. Richard would be good.
Sancho's getting knuckle sapper.
I've actually had the pleasure. He's a nice guy. He's probably maybe slightly busy. It might be cool to have I don't know. Would it be sacrilege to have an American? What do we think?
Allowed.
I mean, what's prevention? I mean, if you can be a woman, or honestly, I'd like to get a POC doctor at some point, but like, there's no reason why not that they couldn't change their voice.
So it's really the idea of restriction where they has to be British, but can be changed into any form. It just has to be British.
Yeah.
It's very weird to me.
As long as they're British, yeah.
You can be female, any race. You can be alien. It has to be British, though. It has to have a British voice.
Yeah.
That's the one restriction that the Time Lords have.
Yeah. Oh, I see somebody moving around in the background.
Oh,
that's
Feet Gang.
Was that just a ghost?
He hasn't slept. He just can't sleep, can he?
Oh, yeah. Dan, people in the chat are asking if you could explain the meaning of no meaning, only law.
So that's a phrase that I've devised sarcastically very recently to describe the proliferation of both fandom and films that have consumed themselves with the primacy of lore over meaning. And I think the most recent and perfect example is in fact Glass, which, as the sequel to Unbreakable, has taken everything that was thematic and poignant and metaphorical about Unbreakable, corded out, thrown it in the trash, and then just poured in world building.
Have you seen Glass?
Yes, I have the misfortune of being one of the 12 people who have seen Glass.
Because it's the adverts are all over London now, and are you allowed to say what you think, or are you saving it for a video?
Oh, I already the video already. I got it out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been absent for like the last several days.
That's okay. I'm already trying to it's like it came out yesterday morning. Wait, what hour are we at here? No, I got it out. It was like Friday afternoon my time. So like it's honestly only been up for.
I think it was like hour 6 of the live stream.
Yeah.
Just to reference the time frame that we've all become familiar with.
okay, it's now been over 24 hours since I saw the movie. It's now been a day and a half. I've had two nights to sleep on it and think about and like digest the ending. And it's like, no, because people, you know, there haven't been many, but there have been a few defenders of the film where it's like, you just didn't get it. I'm like, I don't know. I've had a couple days to process it now, and there wasn't really anything there to get, and I'm just kind of amazed at how the way that twists tend to work is the point of a twist is to like recontextualize things from earlier
The interior
and
was
change,
as cold and sterile as the snow outside,
meaning and interpretation
with empty
of them.
suits of armor and
And
sharp,
only
cruel
a certain
steel
amount of that
lining the
really
walls.
is about plot. You know, plot is definitely part of it, but really what you're looking at is you're looking for like the emotional shock of it. That it changes what you thought about relationships. That changes what you thought about the purpose of interactions and the meaning of interactions. And Glass at the very end has like its biggest twist I've thought about it, and it's like it doesn't. It changes air quote everything, but it only changes them in the sense of making them even more confusing because the interactions now no longer make sense. It's really just a twist in service of world building. It's just dumping more lore into the mix, and that lore doesn't explain anything. It doesn't elucidate. It doesn't illuminate. It doesn't expand the metaphor at all because it's completely non-metaphorical. It's just more set dressing, and yeah, there is no meaning. There is only lore.
That movie sounds like a fucking fever dream.
You sound exhausted. You sound broken.
Well, I mean, part of why I sound exhausted is turns out I've only been sleeping as long as Harry, and apparently just as well. Honestly, I was expecting to come find two people here like desperately keeping the bonfire lit, and here look at all of these amazing, wonderful people. I'm saying it's like, you know, I could probably go back and get another hour of sleep.
No, you can go back to it. It's like we can get the floor going. It's like, if you're comfortable going to bed or staying up, whatever.
Yeah, like I mean, just turning this into a like, hey, I ducked in and said hi, and you're all wonderful people, and I love you all.
We love you, man.
Love you
By the
too,
way,
man.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you very much for sending me that picture for my.
I gotta say hello. Please sleep.
Yeah, the lowest we had was when we had like one person on each time, but now it's like the skeleton crew when Harry slept was 4 people constantly. So you know, at the worst it was just me. But no, we'll be fine.
I think Vivian's mic is working now.
Iron sword.
Let's try the introduction. I would say.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Vivian. And she, her. I don't know what else to say beyond that. I guess the only notable thing I've done is speedrun Amy, and
Yes, Vivian has been was a massive help in helping develop that Amy run that we did at SGQ last year.
Go say that
The towering metal structure gave birth to these wraiths. I could hazard only a guess at its function.
A VidCon this year.
Fusing the souls of long-dead warriors to their armor so that they may do battle
Was
once
that a
again.
question for?
Life without blood?
Yes, actually,
travesty.
that is currently on my schedule as one of the events I'm attending this year. I'm just starting to put together my VidCon plans, but I literally just finally decided that I was going within the last week. So.
Fantastic. Well, I hope to see you there.
And with that, I'm gonna duck in. I'll check back in like an hour or two and see where everybody's at.
Right,
Cool.
sleep tight.
Good night, Dan.
Sleep
Sweet
tight.
dreams.
Bye bye.
Dream of the parrot.
So I put out a call on Twitter for people to send us their questions that we could answer and chat about as part of the crew.
Oh, hang on. I want one thing. Guys, I'm 10 followers away on Twitter from 420 followers, and I feel like that's important.
That is very important.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I'm not alone in that fact.
What's your Twitter handle?
Twitter.com/boxfullofbats.
Yeah, you heard it here. Everyone go follow Box Full of Bats.
Make sure it's at 420. 10 people only. If it goes above that, I'll ban all of you. You'll be blocked. I'll make sure I keep it 420.
So one of the questions that was submitted for the Skeleton Crew on
Six more.
Was, who is the best Spider-Man?
Definitely.
Oh Jesus! It's 431. We went right over about like the first.
Time to delete your Twitter.
10 people go back.
As a comic book artist who's not popular, but who's been reading comics for 30 years, I grew up with Symbiote Spider-Man, so with the black suit. So circa Secret Wars, that would be my favorite Spider-Man. But I love Miles Morales, and I also love Spider-Man 2099. So,
What a great movie.
Yeah, I interpreted the question as being about who's the in terms of actor, but I suppose definitely if you know the history, who's your fave? I suppose interpret the question any way you like.
Oh, I was just saying that as a joke, so because I have never seen Spider-Man.
I grew up with Tobey Maguire, and
Same.
I don't know if that's good or not.
I grew up with Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, but I also really like Tom Holland in the role as well. They're both very good for me.
That's definitely how I feel. I feel like they bring a really different kind of performance, but that they both have like a really distinct Spider-Man, and they're
Yeah, I grew up with Tobey Maguire as well, and also with the animated cartoon series, which I really enjoyed. But I have to say, like, as much as I love the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, even 3 has a special place in my heart. I really enjoyed Spider-Verse. I thought it was my favorite Spider-Man film. I thought it was excellent.
You know what? I have not seen that, and I'm meaning to before it goes out of theaters because I really want to see it in theaters.
So good. So
you
fucking
must. You
I
must.
absolutely love that movie.
The best movie I have seen ever.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if I'm overhyping it, but best movie I've ever.
Even if you don't care about Spider-Man at all, just like for the visuals alone, go watch that movie. It's
No,
so
I am
gorgeous.
I am a huge animation fan, so I will like geek out over it. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think because of I think Jake Johnson is the best Spider-Man so far.
I'm really big into non-photorealistic 3D work, which just and like Spider-Verse just is so beautiful. I just really want to get a special features where we get some behind the scenes and figure out what they did, because I can't wait to get that movie and just comb over it frame by frame and just learn.
It was gorgeous.
Someone just I don't know who that was.
Yep. I guess that's another thing I missed in my introduction. I do some 3D modeling and animation, but I haven't really done a lot of that in a while.
Oh, okay.
People are popping in.
Vivian, I was about to say.
Any other questions, Ollie?
So some people have asked. Somebody just asks, "How tired?" And I think I could probably speak for most of us when I say very.
I'm not tired.
Brilliant. Which of you has the best skeleton?
Ooh, my skeleton's interesting.
Yeah. How so?
No reason. I just want to stay that claim, and nobody can count.
Well, my skeleton is actually more interesting, so
My skeleton is the best skeleton, and no one can disprove that because none of you have seen.
Well,
actually.
Actually, I have X-ray vision, and I've seen your bones. Well, I have some. My skeleton has 2 distinguishing features. One is that the skull is absolutely freakishly large, and no hat in the world fits me. I am, in fact, the origin of the phrase "Chad circumference" was coined in reference specifically to my head. And
Why is
the
it
other
Ollie circumference.
because it's an archetype, you know. It's the archetype of the chat that finds its way into all of our discourse and all of our artwork. It's the archetype of the chat, and I'm just an instance of that. So that's the one feature of my skeleton that's interesting. The other is that it did once try to kill me. I'd had to have a tumor removed from one of my bones years ago that was eating my leg. So my skeleton is large and powerful.
That's outstanding. I think I'm going to take just a moment here, real quick. I'm going to head out for the night. It is 6 in the morning, and I've been on stream since about 1 a.m. So I want to thank everybody here for being such wonderful, 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 partners in this stream, and I want to thank the chat for being so wonderful and giving us that good serotonin. Everyone, please follow my Twitter at leftistthought420, and Godspeed. I may come back because I seem to be the one who's best at helping Harris navigate through little pieces of the game. So you all have a wonderful night.
Good night. Thanks for hanging out.
Good
Sleep, gang. See
Sweet
ya.
dreams. Good night.
Sleep tight.
For those of us who remain, questions are still coming in. Blood Sophie on Twitter asks, "Do you have any opinions on My Chemical Romance?"
I listened to them all the time when I was a teenager, and I probably should have taken that as a sign that I was trans.
Oh my gosh. I missed them as a teenager, and I've listened to them a little bit now, and they have like 2 good songs.
I think I wrote a CD review of them in my early 20s for a magazine, but I don't remember.
Cool.
I've probably listened to them at some point, but I think I'm a bit too young for that.
Yeah, I think I'm a little too old for My Chemical Romance. My emo band was Bright Eyes.
Ah, okay.
I am going to say that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you first.
I listen to them a lot. I don't think they're an amazing band, but I do like them.
I suppose I'm a bit of a faux emo kid because I listened to Black Parade a lot, a hell of a lot. I was just the right age when MCR was hitting it big, but I also the cool alternative kids in my year really liked MCR, and I wasn't cool and alternative. I was mainstream and shit, so I kind of got into that one song and really, really liked it because I was a very, very angry little boy. But other than that, I never really got big into My Chemical Romance. But hey, look at the counter. We are in hour 40. We've just made it to the 40th hour of the stream.
Oh my gosh.
Give it up for day 30.
Woo!
Give it up for day 23.
40 hours. 40 hours, and we're
40.
still going. Yeah. 40 hours and $157,000.
That is
change. Almost 158,000 for mermaids. Fuck you, Graham Linehan.
Fuck Graham.
Who?
Can we get a fuck Graham in the chat, please? Thank you.
Come on, let's everyone go around.
Nothing but
Graham gang going on.
I'm going to provide a hot take. I'm calling out Graham Linehan for being a transphobe.
Wow, that's such a hot take.
That is spicy.
What the fuck?
Oh, damn.
Can I ask a
That's
question?
a hot take. Go on, sorry.
Did he do Father Ted?
Yes.
Yes, I believe he did.
I'll never watch that show ever again.
It wasn't even that good, to be honest.
I mean, it's a hot take because you just said that he's a transphobe when he's like way worse than he's so much worse. The hot take is you didn't dig deep into him enough, you know. He's on world record pace, really? Doesn't sound right, guys.
It's a good thing Father Ted and the It crowd weren't good shows.
Yeah. They were carried by Richard Ayoade in the other one, which shows in Garth Marenghi, which is just improv.
Chris O'Dowd is good as well. I've seen Chris O'Dowd live in Of Mice and Men, and he's a damn good actor. I saw him in Of Mice and Men with James Franco, of all people. Very, very good.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat. Go on.
Go for it.
Oh, I'll take over. Someone in the chat asked how much money mermaids will get from the lottery, and that is $500,000. That's over 5 years. So that'd be $100,000 per year. So we are doubling their amount this year for charity.
Oh, nice.
So if we did this annually, which I hope we fucking do, because it's holy shit, just the amount of support we've been getting and the amount of solidarity we've been having, we have to do this annually. We will be matching the loss.
Yeah, I think the plan was to next time do it with a proper couch. So rather than all be beaming in through Discord, we can actually, or some of us can beam in through Discord, and some of us can just be in Harry's house.
Nice.
I'm gonna kick down his door.
Sorry.
I'm gonna kick down his door and storm his.
Cruz on Twitter asks the panel, favorite book? ?
Ooh. Oh fuck.
I'm gonna go with Coraline, actually.
That's pretty good.
The film is my favorite animated film of all time.
I am going to say that my favorite book series would probably be the Discworld books by Terry Pratchett.
Of course.
I grew up reading those, and his writing is one of the reasons why I got interested in writing. So, rest in peace to Terry Pratchett.
Oh, nice.
He was a gamer too. He played Oblivion.
Yeah.
I played Oblivion even as well.
We gotta stand up for them gamer rights and gamer representation.
Gamers rise up.
My favorite book is probably Kundera's Unbearable Lightness of Being. It's very good. But a book that I read recently that I really love, which might become a contender, is called Grand Hotel Abyss. It's sort of a biography / intro / like it's just a really fun, really well written take on the Frankfurt School and like the lives.
Interesting.
Philosophers as they go through. It's a really great read.
Nice. I think I would have to say that my favorite book is for fiction would be Mary Shelley's The Last Man, which, if you've not read it, is absolutely astonishing. She wrote it after the death of her husband, and it's about a guy called Lionel Verney who ends up being the last human being on Earth. Everybody else dies of a plague until it's him and his like best friend, and I think his like best friend's daughter are the last human beings on Earth. And for a while, it's kind of fine because it's like, oh well, we're the last 3 people, we're the only people immune, but we're friends and we can travel and we'll always be together. And then the other 2 just die in a boating accident. It's just like a freak accident, and they just die, and he's just left alone. And it's absolutely astonishing. The whole book is beautiful. It's about his whole life, from birth to becoming the final human being on Earth, and it's honestly unspeakably spellbindingly beautiful. So I thoroughly recommend Mary Shelley's The Last Man. In my opinion, superior to Frankenstein, but
I'll go with
cool.
Are we doing nonfiction as well?
Oh yeah, go for it.
No, just book in general.
Oh, Edward Said's Orientalism.
Oh,
It's
very
really
good.
formative work in my political philosophy. Also, I'm biased because Edward Said's a personal hero.
Nice. Very, very, very solid choice.
I'd probably say that my favorite book, I'm gonna go a little more mainstream. I really got enamored with Lord of the Rings when I was way young, and it's always just had a really special place in my heart.
I'm gonna go with, for fiction, Snow Crash by Neil Stephenson, and nonfiction, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
Oh, is that good? Because I've got it on my shelf, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
It's good. It's slightly problematic, but it's good.
Okay, fair enough. Nice one. Any other book takes?
For my Dark Souls 2 video, I read Roland Barthes' Camera Lucida, which was quite fun to read. I have a favorite book. I have not read enough books to assert that, but I really enjoy Camera Lucida. I recommend anyone wants to critique art should probably read it. It's really interesting. It's about if anyone hasn't read it, it's about Roland Barthes. God, that's hard to say. He's a philosopher and what's the word, Ollie? Help me out.
Are you thinking of Barth, the theologian?
I think so. Yeah.
The word for what?
I don't know. Fuck. But I'll just go. But
To Wikipedia, Roland General Barthes was a French literary theorist, philosopher, linguist, critic, and semi-linguist.
Linguist, that's the word.
Wait, what does it say?
Yeah.
Is it 2019 Linehan was inspired as by film? No, sorry, I'm reading somebody else's.
Yeah, but it's a sort of like a half autobiography, like a half like discussion of like the medium of art. So it's about how photography, like how he thinks about photography, like how he distills into a science, like to understand essentially. Like it's one of the like when I was like trying to figure out like what should I use to in the video, it's like that is like the video that people that's the book that people use to reference like this is what made art criticism like really interesting, because it was like photography wasn't considered like an art at that time. It was like considered like a thing you just did, like just for the sake of pictures. So photography, yeah. So he's trying to like boil it down to like how does a photograph distinguish, you know, from film or like, you know, drawing? How does it distinguish from art? Like, sort of straight up like painted art.
Your
studying that
does
same question at uni.
not make you immortal, vampire.
And I used it to make fun of a guy who didn't like Dark Souls 2.
Brilliant. Does anyone have any book takes, or do we need another one?
Yeah, please. I've been talking to him.
So I guess Jake on Twitter asks, do any of the good people on the panel have a favorite podcast or any podcast recommendations?
Well, can we do the obvious ones? The McElroy brothers, Bim Bam, and
anyone else?
I think Up Is Not Jump is totally brilliant.
Is a podcast?
That's a YouTube channel, isn't it?
Oh,
Sorry.
we're talking about I can this podcast.
What I'll do instead of listening to podcasts is just download the audio of a few YouTube videos and listen to those.
Ooh, nice. I know some people do that to mine as well, which sometimes I'm like, I spend so long on the visuals. Just for you to download them. I'm like, fair enough, however good.
Oh, yeah. And also, I'll shout out Till Death Do Us Part, which is the third one about rewatching Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 every single year. Every single year until they die. I've had the pleasure of watching Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, and I can say it's actually quite a good movie. It's quite tolerable. Like you can get a lot of mileage out of it, but they're gonna run out eventually.
Bad films, in my opinion, are more enjoyable in social settings than good films, because I find riff sessions to be more engaging than just watching a good film.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go again.
I was going to say I've got some deep cut podcast recommendations. Somebody in the chat was asking, are there any good trans ones? I just started listening to a very new podcast in the UK called What the Trans, which is pretty decent. And Podquisition's obviously a big one. We had Laura K. Buzz from the Podquisition on the stream earlier on. And Jim was on as well. I am a big fan of Podquisition. I'm also a big fan of the Spin-Off Doctors, which is one of the other podcasts that Jim does about movies that have been adapted from video games. I think Laura also used to do a podcast called Pixel Squirt, or maybe still does it occasionally, which is about video game porn games, which was very fun. And also another podcast that I'm absolutely obsessed with at the moment, and that I think going to be on soon, is Ballin' Out Super, which is a leftist Dragon Ball Z podcast.
Wow.
It's some of the most hilarious, because they're still in that stage where they're like just kind of starting out. They've been going just over a year, so they're not kind of learned to be, they're not quite like cautious yet. It's still just like they're throwing anything at the wall and seeing what sticks, and it is absolutely, it's hilarious. Yeah, Ballin' Out Super. If you like anime and you like being a raging leftist, Ballin' Out Super is definitely one to check out. And I should hopefully be on it soon, talking about all my horrific weebish tendencies that I've been keeping locked up for ages. Does anyone else have any podcast recommendations?
Yeah, I got. For fun, my favorite comedy podcast is Hollywood Handbook, and that whole Sean and Hayes suite, the pro version, and they got a new Flagrant Ones podcast with their friend Carl. But for smarts, I've been really getting into this podcast called Always Already. It's just a critical theory podcast. Just really smart, engaging conversations that sometimes go a little bit over my head. If you're looking for one to like dig into, there's an episode they did where they listened to Radiohead's OK Computer and contrasted it with Marcuse's One Dimensional Man.
My eyes yearned from lack of contrast.
Like,
My mouth ached for want of blood. In this cold wasteland, food was scarce, and my hunger
that was the
grew.
episode that got me into the podcast. So, Always Already.
So I'm gonna go more lighthearted with my
The guards at the gate offered no resistance. They were frozen solid, and dead as they stood, their flesh welded to the cold metal of their armor.
That's great.
So I used to listen to podcasts all the time, but lately I've only been really listening to a couple. My favorite video game podcast right now is the Giant Beast Cast, which is GiantBomb.com's East Coast podcast. I really like everyone who hosts it. It's like my go-to for like if I want to hear funny video game opinions. They frequently have, well, not frequently, they semi-frequently have trans guests on, which I really appreciate for obvious reasons. Then for bad movie podcasts, I'm a big fan of The Flophouse, which is hosted by 3 people in New York, and I think, 2 of them at a certain point have been the head writers of The Daily Show. And it's somewhat of an underrated podcast, but it's weird for me to say this, but I basically grew up listening to them because they've been doing the podcast since like 2008. That's about all I got as far as podcasts go.
Anybody else got any podcasts?
I think we're good.
In that case, we've got a... more podcasts?
I've only listened to a couple. I'm trying to take notes for all these ones to find some new ones, but all I really listened to before was Waypoint Radio and Citations Needed. Because I'm still trying to figure out a lot of basic politics stuff, and those have been helpful.
Oh, and I want to say I'm a big fan of The Adventure Zone.
Oh yeah.
It inspired me to start playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Ah, that's good.
Oh yeah.
I played D&D this morning. Nice. We had to get off the call for a bit just to play D&D. Ooh, I sent my character actually. I didn't get my character sheet.
Fantastic. I'm just scrolling through the questions that people are very kindly sending me on Twitter. I'm checking Twitter more than I'm checking the chat. So if you do have questions for the panel, please do just reply to me on Twitter, and I'll get them done. Oh, here's a really good one from Xerophytic Being, who asks, do you have any thoughts on the value of going to university or college?
Definitely go to college, 100%.
Go.
The Heart of Darkness.
I would recommend a 4-year university, even if you're in America. If you can get the scholarships and subsidies to afford it, it's really, really helped me in my formative trans experience, and to meet people like me, which is really, really good.
I flunked out of high school and went back to community college at 28, spent 10 years in college, worked my way up to grad school, and dropped out right before my master's got finished. So I was ABD for my master's. I would recommend people push as far as you can, as hard as you can, and do your homework before you show up to class.
Yeah, I can't understand enough. Please go to college, and please also finish college completely.
My opinion might be a slightly different, but I still think that like if you can go and you can afford it, or if you don't mind taking on the debt, I do think it is worth it in most cases. I have a slightly different opinion about sort of higher education, only specifically because of what I'm like pursuing right now. Is that I got an associate's degree in information systems, and right now I'm going for like certifications, like networking certifications and things like that, which go really well with that degree that I got. So if you're very specifically in sort of IT, you might be fine with just getting like associate's degrees and certifications, but otherwise you're probably going to get a bachelor's degree. That's my take.
So I'm in a weird position, but so I work as a software developer, but I've never actually I never went to college. I didn't finish it at all, and I will definitely say that definitely is a barrier that keeps me out of like most jobs. Like it is definitely a good idea to go to college and try to go as far as you possibly can there.
Yeah, I started college right out of high school. And then I didn't actually go back after seeing it as a big until I was 28, and I finally finished my undergrad. So it took me a long time to finally finish, but I did. But I would also just say that, don't feel like you have to stop learning at college. Right now, I'm just in the process of personally digging through different syllabi. Courses that I don't want to pay for and I don't really feel like I need the credit for, and just got a library card.
The Heart of
I'm
Darkness.
Sort of working my way through at my own pace, like stuff that I'm interested in. So definitely, like, if you can get a degree and you can finish it, and you can pay that debt, like, do it. But also, it doesn't have to be the end of your educational career.
Yeah, I worked 2 jobs through my undergrad and through community college and taught every semester I was in grad school to offset as much of my debt as possible, and still ended up with $20,000 in American debt. So it's a struggle. It's a struggle, but but I'm not going to discourage anybody from ever wanting to go to school, or from learning outside of school, or from getting a tech degree. I mean, I also have a tech degree, so I mean, you can do whatever you want in education, inside or outside of the university system.
Cool. Well, I guess my experience. I ended up getting 2 master's degrees, one in philosophy and a 4-year master's in philosophy. You go straight in at 18 and do 4 years in Scotland, and then I did a master's in acting, and I'm lucky enough to have used both of those degrees in what I now do to earn a living. But I would say that the most important things I have learned, even sort of philosophically and intellectually, I have learned outside of college and university rather. It can be very useful, but it's definitely not the be all and end all. I'll concur with some of the other people who want to say that it's not everything. It's not necessarily absolutely everything.
A corpse held court on a tattered throne, grinning malignantly at me through blackened teeth.
It is not often that a man sees his own corpse.
But like,
it is a sobering
educating yourself
experience.
is one of the most important things in life, in my
I
opinion.
am far less interested in my own corpse.
A lot of people are messaging me on Twitter to ask if I can get this person or that person on the stream. I don't think I have moderation powers, and I think the Discord chat is currently absolutely enormous. So I don't think we're going to be adding anybody just now. Have we just added somebody new? Just one person?
Yeah, just for context, we have 18 people online and 36 offline, so we've had about 50 guests constantly, like just coming.
Yeah.
So if you want to get your friend Dave on, they can come on at any time. We love Dave.
Also, it's been a while since we've taken a roll call. You guys want to do that?
Yeah, why don't we do a cheeky roll call? Who do we have on the skeleton crew?
Oh god, it's gonna be me again.
Okay, people, let's do this one more time.
From the top, everybody.
From the top.
I'm Boxville Bat. I'm Boxville Bats. I have a Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. My current video I'm working on right now that's coming out 25th is about Celeste. It's a video game about mental health, and I'm going to do sleep paralysis and other shit about it as well. I have 2 bad takes. Dark Souls 2 is better than Dark Souls 1 by leagues, and pasta, bologna, and mayonnaise are good together. Please, Bree, go ahead.
You cut out. I'm guessing I'm next.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm Bree. I have a Twitter account at anarcho_vampire. I talk about trans rights and trans politics and stuff like that. I have a blog covering my transition, and I also think that Dark Souls 2 is really good. Next person.
Hey, I'm Lexi. You can follow me at Twitter and Twitch at CyberWitchLexi. I'm a trans streamer and leftist, and talk about trans shit and leftist shit on my social media. Yeah, next.
Hi, I'm Lauren.
Hey, my name is Melstone. I'm on Instagram at Melstone Music. I'm trans. My pronouns are she, her.
Fantastic. My name is Ollie Thorne. I am an actor and a YouTuber. I'm the creator of Philosophy Tube, a friend of Harry's. And an interesting fact about me is that I was taught to skydive by the army.
Hi, I'm Ripley from Transmission Gaming. I'm Ripley Violet on Twitch, Ripley Storm on Twitter. I'm a production artist by day, a comic book artist by night, and I use she, her, or they, them pronouns, trans and NB pride.
Hi, I'm Alicia. I'm on Twitter at TRGRL, TRGirl. I'm a leftist, trans activist, community activist. I tweet a lot about prison abolition, trans shit, and I'm a game dev, and I'm trying to do that shit, so yeah.
Vivian, she, her. I'm on Twitter at Vix Interactive. I'm also at Twitch and ArtStation at Vexel, VEXZAL, and I dabble in a lot of different things between programming and 3D modeling, and I want to make games more
Welcome along, Skeleton
The
Crew.
Heart of Darkness.
For those of you who are just joining us, we are in hour 40 of the Donkey Kong 64 live stream. Harry, bless his little cotton socks, is asleep, or at least he bloody well should be, and if you're listening to this, Harry, close your eyes. We have raised $158,000 so far for Mermaids to spite Graham Linehan. Our top donators are still Weasel and
Havoc
One
and
Cat
Malice.
with
Their presence in my
$3,000
hands
each.
keeps me
There's
from
still time
employing
to knock me
magic.
out of the top 10 and
Yet
stop
rest
me getting
assured,
a
they do
Mermaid's goodie
little to
bag.
hamper my
So welcome
relish
along
for
to everyone who's in the
slaughter.
chat, and welcome along to the whole crew as well. And we are taking questions from Twitter that people are replying to me. So if you find Philosophy Tube on Twitter and find my tweets, you can send me your questions and we'll read them out. And let's take one from Anne Wizard, who is at Jared Metalface, who asks, if you were an actual reanimated skeleton crew, what would your magical nautical themed powers be?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would probably be the ship's ghostly navigator,
Oh, hell
because
yeah.
I rarely get lost if I know where I'm going. I know that's a weird sentence, but also, full disclosure, Alicia is my girlfriend, but it wasn't because of me that she got onto this stream. It was because she asked Harris if she could be on the stream, and he said
collusion.
Yes. It's not collusion. I promise it's not collusion.
It's totally
It's about
lesbian
ethics
collusion.
in Donkey Kong journalism.
Please go give them both a follow. Amazing Twitter accounts. Please go give both of them a follow.
Brilliant. Who else has nautical themed ghost powers?
I would definitely be the first mate on the ship because, fuck it, sailor uniforms are cute.
Nice.
I would be able to. Well, I can fix anything in real life, so I'd be fixing the ship. That would be my power.
Ooh, nice, cool.
I think I would be the quartermaster because I'm really good at getting people getting stuff for things, So that would probably.
Well, I love to cook. I really love being in the kitchen, so I think I would probably be some kind of ghostly chef. I'd be down in the galley, and I think there'd probably be all kinds of mysterious boiling pots with fumes coming out of them.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
be throwing ghostly knives at people. There'd be tentacled creatures crawling out of the pots that hadn't been cooked. Like a half-cooked octopus would be attacking your face. So I think I'd be some sort of ghostly chef rattling pans and giving people extremely haunted diarrhea.
I think I'd be that half-cooked octopus.
Who else has ghostly nautical powers? Oh, and also, what would we name our spoopy skeleton crew ship? Says Morgan Race on Twitter.
Ooh, that's a very important question. Wow.
I like anything with the suffix of chaser. So prefix. Oh god, need a good prefix there, honestly. If anyone asks
Mermaid
what my job would be,
chaser.
ooh,
How about the
nice.
bone chaser?
That's true. The bone chaser.
Now here's an important question: what do we name the ship?
Yes. That's what we're discussing.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm googling ghost boat puns right now.
Bread chaser, Kong chaser.
What about instead of chaser, it was like breaker, and it was like turf breaker?
Turf breaker's very good.
That is so good.
Very,
I'm sorry,
very
Turf Breaker's gotta win. Turf Breaker's gotta. I'm sorry.
I want art of this now. I want to go commission art of Turf Breaker.
Yeah, the ship with some kind of haunted, some sort of haunted crew. And then there's some kind of flag, which would be like some sort of skull and crossbones take on like the trans flag, I think.
Yeah. I can picture this already.
Yarr! Welcome aboard the Turf Breaker, Graham. Here you'll pay for all your tweets.
Offer further guidance.
And a sea shanty as well. Oh, to be honest, I unironically love sea shanties. I listen to sea shanties just for the crack. Does anyone have a favorite sea shanty? This isn't even a question from Twitter. This is just a question from me. Who's got a favorite sea shanty?
Drunken
I have one.
Yeah, I mean, that's the.
Nice. Any others?
I don't think I know any sea shanties besides Drunken Sailor.
Oh, what are you even doing with your life if you don't know any sea shanties? I'd say one of mine is Roll the Old Chariot. Roll the Old Chariot along.
Oh, that one's
I was
also
literally about to say that. That's the best one.
Well, a night's on the town wouldn't do us any harm. I love it.
It's like shit, like stand around those privateers. God, I catch myself singing that all the time.
I'm also a big fan of that. Don't forget your old shipmates. Rally, 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 ride. Sorry, I'm in a very singing mood at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's alright. This is quite an off the cuff, stream in general.
Yeah.
If an artist in the chat wants to draw a ship full of skeletons, go right ahead. You got so much time before Harris wakes up.
The Lord returns.
Please feel absolutely
We've been having such a great
Does the
pouring in
seraphim
the fan
elude
art
you?
as well. It's so great.
Very
It's
well.
wonderful. Yeah,
Go
people's
east to
creativity
Mount
and the way they support.
The
Some people support
oracle
with
shall give you
money or
aid.
just with like attention or sharing it, or some people support with art. It's amazing that everyone's mucking in. It's brilliant.
Someone drew me on a horde of teeth for some reason. I don't know why. I get the image.
Okay, cool. And Take Me Home, I Spark Joy on Twitter, nice name, asks, tell us about your pets, past and present, funny and sad stories. Love you all.
Okay, I'll start with this. When I was younger, we used to have a cat named Fluffy. I don't even remember what kind of cat it was because I don't know cat name or cat types because I'm dumb. But the cat had a huge fluffy tail, and it came home one day and it had got hurt, and its tail was all like just dragging on the ground and stuff. So we had to take it in, and it ended up getting its tail cut off. And then later there were complications, and it died. And that was my first pet that ever died, and it was really sad. And I love Fluffy very much. And now I have a cat named, well, it's my roommate's cat, but his name's Solomon, and he's the most precious little cat in the world, and I love him to death.
Aww.
I know a cat called Solomon. Holy shit. Sorry, what was the question, Ollie?
The question was, do you have any pets or stories about pets from your past? Before you answer that, let me just jump in. People in the chat are asking, how do we donate? The donate link is underneath the stream. It looks like a big old skull. So just click on that.
And I do just want to point out, Jalf just gave $200.
Yes, thank you very much, Jalf.
Thanks,
Your
Jalf.
generosity is astounding.
Nice.
Hey, let's take a look at the top 10. Wow, I'm still sitting pretty at number 6. Someone come and knock me off. All right, pets. Who's got
So,
them?
I have a cat named Simone. It's my very first cat, and I adopted them 6 weeks ago, and it's going pretty good.
Oh, 6 weeks ago. Is it like a young cat or like a?
No, it's a super old cat. They're 13 and a half.
Oh,
that's not too bad. I mean, my cat was 19.
So, my mom doesn't like fluffy pets, so we never kept any, but we did have fish at one point. And then a couple of years later, after they died, my dad bought my older brother some box turtles, and my mom didn't want them either, so she dumped them into a fountain. And then 6 years later, we came back on the same day on vacation. And what you know, there are 3 medium-sized box turtles in the fucking fountain.
Oh,
So I had when my friend went to Japan for 6 months, I took ownership of his dog, half pit bull, half Dalmatian, and his name was Knucklehead, named after the motorcycle, not pejorative. And he made it till 14. He passed away just last year, and I miss him deeply.
Yeah, I can attest that both my cats, Maisie and Louie, passed away last year. Very suddenly, about 2 months between each other. They were 19 and 8 and 10. If you go on my Twitter and go in the media, you can see pictures of them. I have Maisie's phone on my desk. So
he was afraid of mice.
Oh.
Don't cry.
As a very young boy, I had two fish called Sith and Jedi. Who died. And then I also had a hamster called Pippin, who was a moody bastard and did not like to be handled and basically just bit me every chance he could. We didn't really get along all that well, my hamster and I. We just sort of coexisted. And I fed and cleaned him. He just sort of did his best to ignore me. Does anyone else have any
I do.
related stories? Who else walks with the animals? Yep.
So, for 18 years, I've had the same cat. His name is Prince. When he was about 5 or 6, we lost him basically for like a whole weekend, like 3 days.
Yeah.
And just when we were starting to give up on him, we see him basically just limp through the front door and lie down on the floor. And what had turned out was somebody had apparently accidentally or intentionally shot him in his leg, and we had to get it amputated. But he made a very wonderful recovery, and he is now currently about 18 years old and still going strong. And I love him, and he's an amazing cat.
In my hand
and
keeps me from
could we get
employing
everyone
magic.
in the chat just like
Yet
cheering
rest
for like my
assured,
cat?
they do
Like that would be
little to
great.
hamper my
So
relish
this
for
cat,
slaughter.
this cat has slept on me, and he is just such the biggest baby. So
Yeah,
yes,
he
y'all should
really
love this
is.
cat.
The axes.
I don't want to sound like a downer, but like at the same time, like Maisie was like barely hit 19, and then she passed away, and it's like cats like can go really fast. They can deteriorate really fast. So I'm not going to be negative. What I mean is that you should really cherish every single day you get with your cats.
No,
Cats in general.
I do.
Every single
I
day.
do.
It's so important.
But yes,
I
you're
would
very
see
correct.
Malik's destiny with my blade.
Just in chat in general, please.
Alex Wood on Twitter asks, "Hello, crew. What was your favorite memory of 2019?"
This is true. Thank you. Wait, this is 2019.
It wasn't really a specific memory from 2018, but like the best thing that happened to me in 2018, well, I guess like the two things were like I continuously dated my wonderful girlfriend for the whole year, and I also got on HRT. So those are the best memories.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So the best thing that happened to me in 2018 was I had gotten a court order that like says my name is officially out.
Hooray!
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Yes!
Congrats.
Living it up on top.
The last year, it was joining Transmission Gaming and joining the Twitch team. That was
the
best
Lord
memory of the whole year.
returns empty-handed.
Which
Does
is
the
a
Seraphim elude
trans
you?
Twitch team.
Very well. Go east of Mount Sebastian.
Living it up.
The
Living it
Oracle
up on
shall
top.
give you aid.
I met Harris in 2018, and I'll save the soppy speech for when he comes back and when the stream ends. But yeah, I have to thank everything that I'm here for because of Harris, honestly. So meeting Harris was such a good delight.
Yeah. I think my favorite memory of 2018 was when I went to VidCon in June. It was on the penultimate day of VidCon. We decided to just sack off the con. And I was in a bit of a bad situation before I went to VidCon. And I found when I got there that everyone who I met was absolutely so welcoming and kind and lovely. that it helped me ultimately get out of that bad situation. Because it sort of inspired me to spend time with people who were supportive and kind and were willing to be good friends to me. So I made a big change in my life as soon as I got back. But my favourite day was the day of VidCon, where me and Lindsay Ellis and Jenny Nicholson and Natalie Wynn all went to Disneyland. And we didn't go to VidCon, we didn't go to any panels, we just spent all day on the roller coasters, and they were so lovely and wonderful to me, even though we'd all just met, and they were all already friends. They really made me feel part of the crew. Part of the crew! And at one point I said, can we ride the Indiana Jones ride? Because I used to love it when I was a kid. And they're like, absolutely, we'll get you a fast pass. They got us all the way to the front of the queue, and they're like, Ollie, you sit in the best seat in the whole thing, and we'll all have a great time, and like we'll do this. And they went out of their way to make sure that I felt welcome and had a part of it, was part of the crew. So that would be my favorite memory of 2018. And the photo of the four of us, me, Lindsay, Jenny, and Natalie, on the Incredicoaster is now the background on my phone, because that was my favorite memory all year. Part of the ship, part of the crew. Yes, indeed. Who else has memories from 2018?
My favorite memory of 2018 was probably my my girlfriend signing a lease with.
High upon the face of these cliffs, hidden amongst the complex network of caves, the underground sanctuary of the wise oracle of Nosgoth lay sleeping.
I've been trying to forget all of them.
Perhaps it was time to brave the winds and seek out this.
Related matter. What are people's goals for 2019? Asks Abby Knight on Twitter.
Oh, little vampire, the game grows interesting.
I can go first, all right? Don't mind me.
You find the true
I want to get more videos done on YouTube. I want to get Patreon set up. For fuck's sake, I want to be a
upon the
person
face
now.
of these cliffs,
I'm not just
hidden amongst
Harris's
the complex network of caves, the underground sanctity of the wise oracle of Nosgoth lay sleeping. Perhaps it was time to brave the winds and seek out this oracle from the vantage point of the heavens.
I want to, and I've been writing them, and I've been drafting them, and I hope I'll be able to get something put out this year.
Just make it. Even if you think it's bad at the end, just make it. It's such a relief when you get it done and you go, oh, people will enjoy this. Like somebody will enjoy this. Somebody will enjoy this.
Yeah. I have a goal for 2019. Some of the people in the voice chat with me, know me from my Cosmonaut video that I did about suicide and mental health. Very open about my content warning for that. I've been very open about my own sort of mental health issues and my own suicide attempts. In fact, on the 15th of January, it was 1 year since my last attempt. I'm still here, so congratulations to me from me. I'm planning Cosmonaut Part 2. I've drafted it. I'd like to talk a little bit about why that happened to me and how I ended up there. Because yeah, there's a topic that doesn't come up an awful lot, that guys don't really talk about all that much, and a lot of the resources, if you Google men and this particular issue, a lot of the resources you get is kind of red pill, right wing stuff. So I'd like to make a resource for guys out there who go through something similar to what I was going through, that bad situation I mentioned that VidCon inspired me to get out of. So I'd like to make some kind of Cosmonaut Part 2 about that, and may indeed have a nautical theme. My current draft has a sea, as a theme of the sea. So we'll see whether that goes anyway. What are other people's goals for 2019?
The axes.
For me, I am putting out a full-length, fully produced album. I've been putting out a lot of like, little 3-track things out on Bandcamp and out on like Spotify and stuff. But this is the year I'm just going to commit to actually completing a full album.
Other than ending transphobia worldwide, making Twitch partners so I can help end transphobia worldwide.
Oh yeah, Twitch partners gonna go. I said it's affiliate.
I think my biggest goal for 2019 is probably to actually like to have a consistent Twitch schedule and actually start doing that as something to support myself and try to get better at it.
Nice. Oh, it's a bismuth on Twitter is asking, Skeleton Crew, are we staying hydrated? Thank you for reminding us, because there's only seawater here, and we're all getting quite thirsty.
I can't drink on my desk if you want me to.
I'm gonna go get some water.
Good
Little,
call.
little mix a drink of Sprite. Got 5 Coke cans. 1, 2, 3, 6 Coke cans. I got a milkshake. Fanta.
I'm probably going to stick around for another 10 minutes, and then I have to get on a lifeboat and row out to sea. In fact, I just have to collect some of the footage. We can take a few more questions in the meantime.
Yes, please. If someone else wants to take over after Ollie goes.
Are there any
as well.
current or future projects you're excited about right now? I suppose that's kind of similar to a question we've already been asked. Oh, here's a nice one from Gigis on Twitter, or Office at Office3RK. Your name isn't very pronounceable, my friend, but he asks, or they ask, what are your guys' favorite videos on YouTube and why?
Okay, so this is totally easy. And it might make me sound like a bit of a fucking like fangirl, but like the H-bomb video where he just like talks about like all the issues that he has with Fallout 3. Like I just go back to that all the time.
His Sherlock one was how I got into HMOM guy in the first place. So
that is also the same video I got into him with, because
exactly. The reason why I'm here is because Harris dislikes Sherlock to such a degree that he made a 2.5-hour video about it. I don't know. That's such a hard question. I don't know. I had to think about it for a bit.
Spiked mace.
I think so. I'm a big fan of PBS Idea Channel, which is sadly no longer making videos, but it was hosted by a wonderful man named Mike Rignetta. I think PBS Idea Channel have a great one on what is the difference between history and the past, which is really, really good. I'm a big fan of a classic H-bomb, the ones where he just makes fun of Davis Arini. I always absolutely love.
They're so good.
Very, very, very biased, of course, but I'm also a big fan of Natalie's video on incels, which I think is some of her best work. Although, as I say, I'm very biased.
Spiked
the question is, what is your favorite video on YouTube and why?
We didn't even say video essay. We just chose to do video essays just out of principle.
Yeah, I suppose.
So lately, I've been getting way into this channel called Overly Sarcastic Productions. What they do is they do sort of like
the axis
animated summaries of a lot of like classic mythological tales and things of that nature. And my favorite series that they do is their summarization of Journey to the West. I would recommend that everyone check it out. It's got like a ton of data in it. It's very hilarious. It's a great like summarization of Journey to the West. It is absolutely one of my favorite series of videos on YouTube right now. That is Overly Sarcastic Productions.
And oh my god, I think my favorite video on YouTube right now is actually their video on Dionysus.
No, that video is really good.
Cool. Dionysus is really cute. How they draw them.
Yes, that's always a plus.
That's a great one. I'm like a total Fallout 4 nutcase, and I like just, other than every trans video ever on YouTube, I would have to say Up is Not a Spot Lost Fallout 4 video. I just can't stop laughing every time.
Oh god, that's good.
Oh, it's good.
He's a great person.
Thank you, by the way, to Anna, who just donated 69.69.
Nice. Wait.
Nice.
Oh, you mean, okay.
Nice.
Every time I hear that, I think 6,969.
Spiked mace.
Terrified.
So actually, Ollie, because of your last video about housing policy, I did a deep dive into just the 2 videos that are in the Great Quarter channel. One about finance crisis and stagnation, about global finance, and also about debt deficits and austerity.
Maxie's good.
Phenomenal.
Does the homework. She's like Sean. She just does the homework.
It's just really, really. It's like a full meal when you watch
the
all
axes.
Videos. It's really great.
Yep. None of the theatrical farting about that I indulge in. she just does the work. It's brilliant. Although somebody in the chat pointed out, "Hey, my video is about comic books, not housing books. Definitely about comic books."
Honestly, I really like Nikki Jakey's video on Red Dead Redemption 2.
I just watched that. It's really good.
That was really good. Yeah. Oh shit, I just remembered. Oh, thank you. That's such a good
All of
one.
Nikki Jakey videos are good, but that one, like 37 minutes of just him wanting to love the game so bad, I really like. He's really good.
He's so eloquent too. I did not. He explains it so simply, like the Lego thing. And it's like, oh god, he's so right about simple things like Minecraft and stuff. Think about it.
Fantastic. I guess maybe let's go the last question before I have to ship off. Did we have one more? Do we have more people?
I was just gonna say Dan Olson's video, Food Crimes 1958 Cheese Snowman.
Oh yeah, I do love Dan's video.
I miss Food Crimes.
I just had a recording that's so fast that I've lost. Oh yeah. The final question before I have to shut off is from Hieronus on Twitter, who asks, "What are the best possible last words for a person to have?"
Complete silence. Just shut up and die already.
Okay, dark. I think Oscar Wilde's last words were famously either those curtains go or I do. And Noel Coward's were, "Good night, my darlings, I'll see you tomorrow."
I think a good last few words to say before you died would be something along the lines of, "We did it."
How about I'm gay?
You know what? That's also really good.
I think I'm gay.
I'm gonna go with end transphobia.
I think just something like "I love you." The implication that there's someone there to say it to.
Yeah.
I think some very sad last words would be, "I wish I'd spent more time tweeting."
Oh god.
Reddit, such a
wait. I have to post this. Mustn't stop posting. I remember Harry was telling me a while ago that H.P. Lovecraft, as he was dying, filled in journals, pages and pages and pages of journals, and he was like, he never stopped posting. He never stopped writing to the very end. Yeah, he just goes.
I fucking drew a tweet where as he's on the guillotine, he just does one last rep of a dumbbell in his tongue.
Save Victor!
Oh god, yeah.
I think about that all the time.
All the time.
I remember.
I'm very curious as to what that will be.
I remember.
I hope it's just not gay.
There was a guy that died of cancer. Sorry, in words, but one of his last tweets was making fun of feet. I'm not even joking. One of his last tweets was making fun of his shape.
I hope that's how I know.
Yeah, exactly. That's how
died as he lived.
There's worse ways to go.
Making fun of feet.
We've just had some fan art of the Turf Breaker ship, which I am trying to copy into the.
Oh hell yeah!
Hey, where is it? Where is it?
Oh, this is going to be exciting. It's going to be so much better than the one I tried
Oh my
to
god, I love it. Fuck.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I just saw it on,
I see it.
Your Twitter or on the.
Oh my god, I just saw it.
There you go. I got it.
Oh, thank you very much.
my God.
Perhaps you're much better at this whole thing than me.
Oh my god, I love it.
It's
That's
really good.
great. I love it.
It's just got the head of Donkey Kong on the front as well.
And somebody's there. Oh, has it? Oh, that is brilliant. Oh, I love it.
It looks like it's like Donkey Kong's body is enveloping like the ship.
Yeah,
It's like a
fantastic.
massive
Somebody just also sent me a picture saying, "I just want." It looks like they are embroidering the Turf Breaker flag.
Yeah.
So my last.
Nat should get that tattoo.
Someone should make that famous painting of Atlas holding up the world, but instead of Atlas, it's Donkey Kong.
Nice. Well, on that note, crew, I'll leave you to manage the ship without me for a little while, because I have to get in this rowboat and go to Tottenham Hale in order to get some footage from a cameraman, because it's 32 gigs, and it's a lot. It's just a real lot of footage. So I'll see y'all later. I'll be back.
Take care.
Hi.
I'm having way too much fun with this.
Hi, Captain.
Best of luck,
my
Captain.
daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Arr.
Can't believe you went there, Lexi.
I know. I'm so glad that was the last thing he heard.
Good job, Lexi.
That's actually that's one of my last words to be. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Nice.
God. Who wants to be the captain?
Captain's gone. Sink the ship
I'm the
now.
first
Yeah,
mate,
who's
so
the
I
new
guess
daddy?
it's my role to take captain now.
If you want, I'm the loudest and the most cis here, so I could probably take.
I purposefully took quartermaster because like nobody looked to the quartermaster to take over.
Oh shit! I'm the navigator. People would look to me. God damn it!
Can we?
I'm the first mate, so
Can we have a progressive stack? And like have Maru?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, I'm just the one that talks the most. Like, if anyone wants to do the captain, I don't give a shit.
I guess
we
if
could
you have
just share.
questions at me at Maru-chan
Yeah.
1312. Maru-chan like the ramen brand.
Actually-
Maruchan. Someone had issues with that.
Are you on Twitch, Maro? Because people could just ping you there. Honestly.
I am on Twitch actually. Yeah.
Okay, if you're in the Twitch stream, just get people to ping you. Twitch, ping us stuff. We'll answer it. I'll be in the background editing my video.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know if this stream really captured this, but I am a chatterbox, and I have been holding back a lot from
God,
talking
I
constantly.
I haven't at all.
You know what? You're so valid. It's fine.
I know it's because like I've just been here the longest, so I feel like I feel the most validated to do so. All cases, shit.
Real
Let's get
quick, Luishenko gave 5:15:32.
Nice.
Shit.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, Luishenko. That's really cool.
Thank
I
you.
won 5. Nice job, man.
We've also got 113.72 from Ernie 0013.
Hey, thanks, Ernie.
What's all of chat?
We're so close to 160,000. It's
This is incredible.
People want to do another roll call. You ready for this?
All right, let's do it from the top.
3, 2, 1. Iron box for. Don't make me do it again. 3.
Oh God.
2.
Hi, my name.
Wait, what are you doing?
I thought you said Bree, not 3.
No, I said 3. Well, I didn't even get to answer.
Oh God. Please continue.
3. The number 3, 2, 1. Ironbox all about. I have a Twitter, YouTube, and a Twitch. They're all the same name. I just hit my microphone. That's all I want to say. I'm making a video. Actually, that's what I want to say. I'm making a video. It's about Celeste. Bree, the cheese. Please go ahead.
Hi, my name is Bree. I have a Twitter account at anarcho_vampire. I'm getting very sleepy, but I'm still hanging in there. Lexi, go.
Hey, my name's Lexi. You can find me on Twitch and on Twitter at CyberWitchLexi. I tweet about trans and leftist shit, and yeah, cool.
Hi, I'm Maru. I'm mainly just on Twitter, but I do like I don't want to describe it as consultation, but like advice and assistance with scripts with issues relating to the Middle East. I'm an American Palestinian trans woman, and my Twitter is, well, I just said it, Maruchan13.
Oh, hey, I'm Mel Stone. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Melstone Music. I'm trans. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm also on Spotify under Mel Stone.
Hi, I'm Ripley from Transmission Gaming. I'm Ripley Violet here on Twitch and Ripley Storm on Twitter. I'm a production artist by day, comic book artist by night.
I got a little thing for that.
Hi, I'm Alicia. I'm on Twitter at TRGRRL. I'm a leftist and community activist. I'm a prison abolitionist and game dev, and I'm
I'm Vivian, and I'm actually going to be heading out for a little bit. So, you all have a great time. Thank you for doing all this.
Well, it was great to meet you.
Yeah,
Wonderful to meet
Yeah,
you.
thanks for
Yes.
hanging out, Vivian.
Thanks for being on stream.
Be
it's good
safe.
to,
See ya.
yeah, see ya. Thank
See
you.
ya. All right. So we have a few questions that people want to ask us.
I'm ready.
What got you politicized from Mad Max?
Oh, that's a
That
good
is a
question.
really good question. I guess I can go first because I have a really obvious answer. The 2016 election. Before then, I guess I was like your run-of-the-mill social democrat, but 2016 really pushed me way further left when I realized how busted everything was.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if it was the 2016 election for me or not, because it happened right around there. But really, what I think it was kind of just accepting that I was trans, and then everything that followed from that. You know, kind of learning some more about gender theory and queer theory, and then just leftist politics in general. Yeah.
For me, it was probably